Good morning, everyone. Dubs here, bringing it to you live in some space. I'm gonna be rocking the Callisto Protocol today. Sorry for the harsh lighting. The sun is still rising, so I'm getting a little bit in through my window. But we are here to have some fun. And my notifications on my phone quickly. Gonna run the benchmark to see how my settings work, to see if there's any stutter or anything like that. The game just came out today, so let's just dive right in and see how this benchmark runs. Ooh. Not okay. Do a little tweaking. Knock that down to 50. Let's try this one again. See how this goes. I did read that it was some poorly optimized on some things, so I might just bump that back up, ray tracing off. Okay. I think we are good to... Yeah, we'll just dive right in. Here we go. Filter, medium. That looks pretty good. What did you place? Oh, that was a good stutter.
Shocking footage from Europa. A brazen attack by the Outer Way terrorist group, led by the notorious Danny Nakamura.
I wonder if that Nakamura is a jab at Dead Space, because that's what the ship was called.
You have cleared the security perimeter.
Roger, hangar control. Laying in course for Europa Station. You got something to say? You're gonna keep flicking that thing all day.
I was watching that.
It's our last run, Max. And I'm done talking about it.
Then what do you want me to say?
How about thank you? Because after this job, we're never gonna have to work another day in our lives.
Well, I guess you got it all figured out.
I guess so.
Come on, man, what is this? Huh? Back and forth, Callisto to Europa, all this additional security.
It's a prison moon, Max. They take the security pretty serious.
And what about the attacks? Huh? How do you explain that?
By the Outer Way? They've been hitting targets all over the sector for the past 6 months.
We got a yellow light in the cargo hold.
That's probably nothing.
Well, it's still worth checking out.
You shouldn't worry so much, you know? You live longer.
Port and starboard sensors are both showing errors. Go check them out.
I'm going.
You going or what?
Inventory.
Personal log.
That's a shame. I can't.
Confined to quarters while they load the cargo. Max has been on my case about these Europa runs. We've done jobs like this before. Don't know why he cares so much now. I mean, it's just a job. Gotta keep your head down and your mouth shut.
Write what you need, pen.
The cargo hold, Jacob. Come on, man. Go check it out.
I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Always check your toilets. Check your toilets. Oh, it's got like I guess a UV light to kill bacteria. That makes total sense on a space station, or a spaceship at least. Side's blocked.
Come on, Max. You gotta stack these right.
So this was hammered pretty hard on Steam for
This better be worth the trouble.
performance.
I should check out the rest of the ship.
And I'm already seeing why. Because I imagine that this isn't even the heavily lit, and I'm already seeing some stutters. Like there was just one. That was, yeah. So this is definitely gonna need some optimization.
Check the other side.
It's just so cool being like, sorry, I'm a big space junkie. Weird that it's like triple layered. Can't really read it. I don't know if that's a graphical issue or something else. Or if it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. Yeah, like that doesn't seem like it should be an issue with the graphics. I imagine that's got to be optimization on the actual system, because that was just a vault.
Max, we got trouble.
What's up?
We've been boarded.
Oh, shit. The other way?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Alright, well, you get your ass back up here. And watch your back. You know, that could be anywhere.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Okay.
Dampening field's still in effect.
Not for long.
What do they want?
How should I know?
Anything?
Nothing yet.
Almost out of time.
There he is! Max! We're heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do? Whatever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Explosive.
Just hold on! I'm on my way! Watch out!
Warning. Venting atmosphere.
Jacob, get up here!
What do you think I'm doing?
Hurry!
Warning. Inertial dampers online.
Ship's caught in the moon's gravity! We're being pulled in!
Climate.
Transfer flight control to my station! Transferring flight control! This is bad, Jacob! Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Charon! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Charon. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice! Coming in hot! Boost the antigraphs! Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it! Yes, we are! Watch out! Hold on! Brace for impact!
Well.
Made it. I told you not.
He's
I told you
dead.
not to worry.
Calling it now, he's dead.
Max. Max. Hang on, buddy. I'm coming. Hey. Hey. Whoa.
Chico? Chico? Oh, why didn't you listen?
Hey, come on. Come on.
detected. Continuing search.
Black Iron Security! You the pilot?
Yeah.
And him?
He's gone.
We'll just need the one. Okay, let's get you out of here. Manifest says you were running cargo out of the hangar. Don't get many of you freelancers out here.
I was just doing my job.
Don't I know it?
Thermal regulators enabled.
It's the first ship I ever lost. We were boarded by...
Let go of me!
Her! She's the one who... Hey! Cool your jets, cargo jockey. You do your job. You let me do mine, all right? Sir. Yes, sir? Whatever you say. Grab him, too.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey! I didn't do anything!
Outbreak.
The fuck are you looking at?
Why?
Way too late for this shit. Okay, inmates. Do not speak unless they are spoken to.
There's been a mistake. My name is Jacob Lee. I'm not an inmate.
You were inmate 532-521. You address me as Captain Ferris.
What? No. I'm just a cargo pilot. I was attacked by the Outer Way. By her. She crashed my ship and she killed my first officer.
I don't care. Warden Zors. Oh, speak of the devil.
Choice. Every choice in your life has led you here. To this moment. To this place. The only place where you truly belong. To find the one thing that has always been missing. A purpose for your meaningless life. This is Warden Cole, and together we will find that purpose. Welcome to Black Iron Prison.
I just love that last part. Gives me chills every time. End of the line, get up. Inmates, I gave you a direct order.
This is not right. I don't belong here.
Listen, you know they call Callisto the dead moon. Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. I mean, shit. As far as anyone else is concerned, you are dead. It's time you moved on. Because you're crossing over to a new kingdom.
No.
My kingdom. So whatever it is you're holding on to right there, that's your old life. You gotta let that go. Because your new life is entirely in my hands. Surprise, dead man. Okay. Grab her. Let's go.
We're now entering Black Iron Prison, a division of UJC Corrections. Proceed immediately to new inmate processing.
No. Hey! Stop it! Hey! Wait! No! No, you got it!
Inmate 532-521. Dr. Caitlin Marler, and as per Article 412 of the UJC Penal Code, you will now be fitted with a core device.
The doctor, he's not in the system. We don't know.
Just prep the device.
What the fuck? That device? No!
You're a goddamn doctor!
Yes, and I intend to faithfully execute my responsibilities. Try not to move, it'll only make things worse.
Oh, fuck you! Ah!
Doctor, he's flatlining.
Injector.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna switch games. Just because of the issues with the performance going on right now. It's a little janky. I'm not a fan of it stuttering so much, and it honestly, it really shouldn't be stuttering on my rig. So we are going to switch it up. Unhook my controller before I exited. So I'm just gonna wait until they actually send out a patch for that. So I guess we will mix it up and we will go play some. We'll go. I guess we'll play some World of Warcraft. Let me just change. That. Yeah, no. Okay. If I switch over, I want to check one thing. All right, let's take the amazing view that I logged into today in a tree. So I've been basically kind of doing everything I can. I am level 70 already. I have not finished the complete story. I've done 3 areas. I'm heading to this area, Thaldraszus, soon, but I want to finish up the Azure Span and kind of get the achievements that I can for it. So let's... this isn't gonna... We'll just boop boop. And here we go. Wait, is Nordic going live? Oh, let me hop in his Discord quick. Let's see if he drags me into his... Hello, Nordic.
What's up?
Nothing much. Nothing much, just playing some WoW.
Oh, I'm gonna do that too.
I was playing the Callisto Protocol, but it's pretty not enhanced or performance issues. I was getting like stuttering and stuff, even in like cutscenes and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna be the most entertaining stream.
Hello, Primus.
Hello.
It sounded like you weren't home. Like, can I say to you, get home, you motherfucker?
What do you mean? He was not home.
Sounded like you were on the phone.
No, I'm not on the phone.
No,
Maybe
hey.
it's on a different microphone.
Yeah, I forgot it's AOC tonight too. I fucking
Yeah.
check that too.
Is it different now?
No, it's gonna be AOC, Astral Creation, at like 8, I think.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Friday, December, 8 p.m.
Yeah,
No.
I think in about 2 hours it starts.
Yeah, 8 p.m. my time. It's even still
Okay, I have to buy stuff. Oh, I need to go down to my car, bro. Oh.
buy some chips. Buy some
Chips.
coca.
I already have chips for Star Citizen. I don't need more.
You can buy some coca.
No, I already bought some coca.
Coca.
Hey,
No,
Moneymaker.
no.
Yeah, no, I don't mind you lurking at all. Lurk all you want, whenever you want. If I'm not here and you want to lurk, go for it.
Oh yeah, I should probably change to you.
I am out of range.
Compare editions.
I bought the most expensive edition.
Okay, I mean, okay, you can.
Because you get 1 month of.
Yeah, that's true. But I need to go down to my car to get my credit debit card.
Didn't
It's
you
not a
buy
cre-
the game
it's not a
already? Oh
credit
wait,
card.
you can download the game without buying it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I bought it before it.
Yeah, but I just fixed my entire new PC, so I just like because I got everything sorted with like the BIOS upgrade last night and everything from like the old 12th gen processor and stuff.
That's your name, damn it.
Huh?
Oh, that's return.
Do we have a server?
Oh no. You can
Yeah,
play
we're
on
on-
any server actually.
We're going on Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard, and we're playing Alliance.
Lion.
I know you like to play Alliance, right?
Yeah, because we can still play with dubs anyways because it's on another server.
Yeah, but is he Alliance or Horde?
I'm Alliance
play
right
with-
now.
Yes, good stuff, brother.
You can play with Horde anyways too now because
It's only if you have a full group.
Yeah, I mean we do have a full group because I have people from work that are gonna play. We're gonna play with.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
already
you can-
level 70.
And stuff. Go
level 70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct.
What do you
I'm
mean?
probably
I
gonna be
haven't even
level
been playing
58,
that much.
59?
No, we're gonna do a boost and then we're gonna
Yeah,
be.
let's boost to 58, right?
No, 60, right?
I'm not sure, I haven't used my boost yet.
58.
It's 60, I think. I'm gonna go down to my car, BB.
Well, I'm playing an Invoker.
Ah, okay.
I'm a dragon.
You're a dragon. Ride the dragon. Have you tried to pick up somebody from random? Your ability?
No. Oh yeah, I did actually in the dungeon yesterday. I swooped by and pulled them out of shit because they were running slow. I need to turn up my
That's a cool thing with the book. What is
audio
the
a little bit.
race called?
Hi, Kiki.
Drakir?
Yeah, Drakir. Yeah, they can only be the Evoker
Drakir.
class.
Yeah. I haven't even started my stream yet, or my stream is on, but I'm not.
I have been playing, but I forgot to switch my.
Yeah, I saw your I saw your beautiful face.
Yeah, and I have a cat.
Kiki. Gave you a lovely lurk.
Thank you, thank you, thank
See
you.
that in chat.
I'm lurking in yours. I just didn't say anything yet.
Yeah, I saw that. Chatterino is really good. It actually says when people join in and leaves.
Oh, interesting.
Knives! Just gave me a lurk. Hello, Knives! Welcome in! I need a command for Better TTV. I have all the Christmas emotes now. On Better TTV right now. I have like 70 Christmas emotes.
Oh, wow.
The reckoning is at hand.
I've changed them here before stream. Make them a bit more Christmassy. We're gonna have some Christmas music playing on the stream. Let's go. Can see it's Christmas month, I guess. Hello everyone, welcome into chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Doesn't sound good. Some
need to
Dwarven antifreeze.
Dwarven antifreeze. Damn. Okay, I need to just write another bit so that I'm live, and I need to say that I'm watching you. To lurking at subs. To the script. There we go. To do my thing. Have you tried the shield mode shortcut yet? For Twitch that's just popping up everywhere?
No, I saw it and I didn't even read it.
Same. Oh yeah, and turn off the Rim Connect extension. Do they have a World of Warcraft extension? I think they do, right?
There is some for like gear and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But nothing I think from Blizzard.
Why did I uninstall Rim Connect? I should just inactivated it instead. Okay. I need to reinstall it for later. You're going for some Rim job later on stream.
After Ashes?
Yeah. Or after Ashes, World of Warcraft. I do a little bit of everything today.
Yeah, I'm glad it got pushed till today.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have watched it regardless. It's just now I can actually pay more attention to it. For that cleric update.
Let's lower this Christmas music a little bit. A little bit too loud.
Did you see the teaser yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they posted it on their what's it called? Twitter.
Yeah.
And I think they posted it in
Oh, hello.
Welcome back.
Back.
We need to find ourselves.
But yes, I need a beer. That's what I need. To get intact.
Oh, I can't drink one.
Why?
Because I'm a driver.
Hello, man. Celebrate World of Warcraft.
Yeah, a little early for me to drink, and if I drunk, it would be a cider.
What do you mean a little early?
It's 10 o'clock in the morning for me.
So you're Americanos.
Yes.
Can we play cross region?
I don't know. I've never tested that.
I do not think so.
I don't think so either.
Because they've never allowed that. If you're not on the EU servers, that is.
Nah, I'm in US.
Yeah, of course. Security check? What the hell?
Security check? What now? I might actually take all my Christmas sweaters.
Oop. I'll buy my subscription later. Return to your game.
I must get closer.
Yeah, let's see how this new processor handles stuff.
Are we gonna stream today, Silver?
Huh?
We're gonna stream it? Or are you gonna...
Yeah, I can. I already set everything up, so... Well, almost. Oh, it's beautiful.
My Christmas sweater! Or like, not really, it's a lot of people's and it's actually Miss Q's merch, but it's a nice shirt. Much better. I like it. I bought it last year.
Does it actually... Is it actually just OBS now, or...?
It depends.
I did download Stream Elements, yeah, I did.
Okay. It should be a Stream Elements sword icon.
Yeah, but it's not.
I do not have a target.
OBS.
Maybe they changed it, I don't know. I updated to 28 now. Looks a little bit different now.
What is it called on your PC? Like SE or something?
Yeah, SE Live, right? No, Stream Elements SE.live.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, se.live or Stream Elements.
Yeah, but it's not showing up.
It is a version of OBS.
Yeah, I know.
So, I don't know, maybe it's just being detected as OBS and not as the Stream Elements for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
if you
my
start
worry
OBS,
is.
it should say Stream Elements in the tool things in the top left.
MLS TV.
Yeah, when you open OBS, you should have like a little bar for Stream Elements. If it's the right.
Yeah, I know. My
The SE Live
authenticator again.
I'm gonna start World of Warcraft here. We haven't started the game.
9, 8, 9, 7.
Oh, so you can only... Wait, how did they do with retail? So if you only have EU, you can't go to US because it hasn't started edition?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
You need to buy it separately for...
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's separate subscription as well, so...
That's fucked.
No, it's always been like that.
Not with Classic.
Ooh.
You can move to the US over with Classic, though.
No.
Couldn't you?
Nope. Download SE Live. I already did. I already have that. Okay.
Yo, Exist. What's up? And we're gonna change this to World of Warcraft.
We're about to set up OBS Studio.
Nice. I should crack his beer open.
With Stream Elements add-on.
No, no. What do you mean?
Too far
Hey, we're gonna
away.
be 3 people there playing today. Dubs, it's 3 minutes. For the love of God.
No, so it's
Yeah.
it's
Push it
just
down.
an add-on now.
Yeah, they separated it a bit. But I probably have the old icon because it's down a little bit more, but it separated the things now. What's happening with World of Warcraft? You won't start. Oh, there we go. Ominous, and it's loud AF.
Mm-hmm.
10,000 years ago. Okay, we're gonna watch the intro here then. Let's go, chat.
Hello, no
Lower the music. No, I can't. Cheers.
Great to meet you. See you soon. Safe travels. Off with you. See you soon.
I quit WoW after leading and they fucked the game up beyond repair. Yeah, they might have, actually. But I wanna try it out though. It's so loud though. Oh my freaking god. Can we watch this after?
Yeah, you can rewatch the cinematics from the menu.
I'm gonna be right back because someone wants to do something. What the hell is happening? Okay, BRB. I'm gonna do this. Alright, I'm gonna accept. I want to. Where the hell is the menu for options?
That's usually in like the bottom right, I want to say.
Audio, music.
Okay,
10%.
so it's pretty much just an add-on now. It's
Okay.
not. It's like the normal
BRB.
OBS icon from the newest update.
Giant spider dead.
And now I need to do my Twitch authenticator again.
What can I do for you? Watch your back.
Spider. Alright, what quest am I missing?
What do you mean? Should I pick warrior?
No, I'm gonna play warrior.
I'm probably gonna do hunter as usual, I think. Or maybe evoker, I don't know.
Maybe what?
Evoker, the new class.
Oh yeah, play that.
Yeah.
I heard they're really good.
It's very different from anything else I've played before. Because you're a mid-range caster.
Yeah.
What we need to do though, I need to fix it.
I heard it's very good though. Very good.
Yeah. I should probably not play the World of Warcraft music, right? Because you're probably gonna get fucking DMCA'd out of.
I don't think so.
You do if you upload it to YouTube.
Is it just like a warrant, like a hey, this is a copyright, but it doesn't impact your?
It impacts your video fully.
Interesting, because I know like my Final Fantasy has been like, hey, this is copyright, but it's not an impact on.
Okay.
It can do.
That's kind of shitty if it is. Is it right there? I guess we're...
How do I import my own stuff in this? Profile. Import. Oh.
Dragonflight also ruined the Twin community that I used to play as a lot. Twin community? What is that? Twin.
Wink. It's when you stop at like the maximum level for a bracket. Let's say you stop. PvP is based on like level 10 to 19. So you stop at level 19, and that's the max level, and then you would totally deck out your character with like the best, like the best gear for level 19 and the best enchantments and everything. And that's a twink.
Okay.
They changed this stuff.
Det är 4K.
Oh, that's right. I gotta do this then.
How do I get my online overlays into my?
Have you backed up it? Or did you do a backup on the old stuff?
No, it's like online. Like everything's online.
Yeah, cloud backup. Stream elements button in the top left corner where tools and help.
Oh yeah.
Cloud backup and then just manage cloud backups.
Manage cloud backups.
But you need to have it done, the backup though.
I mean, I can see everything on my overlays.
Okay. I should have my camera in World of Warcraft. I don't know. Create a new character. How do you use the boost?
Over your chat, because otherwise you get fucked in the ass.
Oh my god, why is it so loud?
Import.
Yeah, menu. System. Audio, it's not 60%, should be 50. Okay, 50 music on like 0, I guess. We have Christmas music. Yo, Ellie with the 2 months. Wait, no, wait. Are you Ellie with what? No, wait. Dubs gifting. What the hell? I'm confused. Dubs, thank you for the 2 subs, man.
Yeah, there's a thing to gift people streaming World of Warcraft to get a pet in game.
Oh,
2 subs.
Yeah.
The Ichabod pet.
I think I got a pet because I bought the highest thing.
Yeah, you do, but this is a specific one.
Oh yeah, I have drops on now, right?
You should.
The drop should be... Actually, I should actually put in drops in my title.
I already have them, so it didn't pop up the thing for me.
Should? Somewhere? I don't know, I can't really see it. Or maybe, wait, maybe you need to... I think you need to get a link. Okay. I'll watch you for the drops. My Twing need to be maxed. I don't know why Twing got not permitted from.
Oh yeah, right. It's a URL. Oh, I totally fucking forgot.
Oh yeah. Okay. Pet battle music loop enable to continue to play back on me. I think it's the NSFW word, I guess. Sound in background, we do want sound in background, so we can have that on. There were a lot of options as we go watch the video that you can add into the game now, that's kind of new and old.
Oh yeah, right. I play the game in 4K or in 1440p now.
Nice!
No. No!
I mean, no. Really nice to have 4040p.
Yeah, but...
You think it's used to it, I guess.
How's this gonna, like... Yeah, but I play in 21.9, not 16.9.
I have seen people stream in ultra wide. So it's possible, but I think they're partnered.
Yeah.
The thing
yeah,
though,
but...
what you can do though, Climus, you make your canvas in OBS the right size, and then you just downscale it to 1080p.
Yeah, but...
That's what I do for 1440.
How it's gonna look.
So with your base canvas, have that on your 29 by 9 or what the hell it was.
If you want to
output.
Yeah, I'm 1440 downscaled to 1080p on my stream.
Yeah, but you're 16.9, right?
True, yeah. Like, you'll probably still end up with the black bars top bottom. At least that's how the guy that I seen. That's in...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
This is kind of, I guess, the nature of ultra-wide.
Yeah.
I am out of range.
Overshot, so I need to move my camera. Main cam, move. But it changed some stuff. Oh!
Yeah,
so
you can...
much nice when you move around stuff.
Yeah, you can completely edit your UI in the game now without needing add-ons.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do booster and this, I guess. Level... Because we want to experience Dragonflight, we don't want to start in Stormwind.
Nah,
You'll still start in Stormwind.
We need to get up the level, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get max level, so you gotta boost.
The second character can be a level 1 and try to level everything up.
But yeah, because they changed the leveling experience recently too. Hey Grumpy, how's it going?
It's a lot different. Okay.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna shout out Mr. SO and Mr. Bubs here. Bubs. Wait, they do have the slash shout out too, man. I forgot about that one. You just do an at here. Yeah, there we go. You're gonna get both shout outs.
Get gabbing or get going.
Nice.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
The other shout out is kind of cool though, because that actually makes a overlay thing in Twitch, so you can click the follow one. Kinda nice.
Yeah.
What can I do for you? Good.
How are you doing, Grumpy?
Farewell.
Hope you're having a great evening. Can you hear us from your stream? I don't know.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, you can. I just put on the volume. It's I mean mine. I actually separated it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were. I think we were talking about that when we were looking at my audio.
Oh yeah.
That I couldn't.
Much better, and then
separate my my Discord audio to my streaming computer.
No.
Nice, Grumpy. Sleep is more important.
My dog actually crashed in her bed.
How was the After Effects Grumpy yesterday?
She never sleeps in her bed. She always sleeps in my lap.
Oh, okay. She was really tired.
Yeah. I mean, I was on my way home from work, and my team leader called, and he was like, "Hey."
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think you need to.
The guys need help with something, and I was like, "God damn it!"
The spicy boots, Grumpy. Oh yeah, you ate the 6 of them.
Yeah, I think you might need to dial back
Is this an order food today? Yes.
Yes, guys, please join my little amazing Discord community. And we have a wheel.
Configure video. 60 hertz.
Give the sub, or use your Prime to skip the ads, I guess.
19, 20, 10,
Yeah,
80.
give those poor Prime subs a home.
When do you use the boost? You use the boost after you made a character, right?
Yeah, there'll be like an option I think in like the top right on the character select screen.
Not more than drag. The only thing I kind of want for the drag here is to actually like. I wanted to have a little bit body 1, body 2. Okay, I'm gonna be a girl. Why not?
That's perfect. Sleek.
Work is an advanced class. If you're new to World of Warcraft, we strongly recommend starting with a different class. I'm gonna continue anyways. I need to write advanced. What is wrong with this game? Don't you trust me? Wait, how do you change the game? Doesn't trust me.
No.
Yeah, the visage form. I actually wish the visage form didn't have that much scales.
I hate when it's in Swedish, because I guess spelintagning is game capture.
How may I help? Good luck, friend. What's your story? Keep your chin up, eh? We are bound.
They changed a lot of
alla.
Yeah, there's a lot more customization options.
Yeah. Horns. Foil. Okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the drag fair. Why not? But I wanna.
Are you on Bronzebeard now?
She's gonna have a big boobs. Sheesh. No boob slider though. Have you talked about adding a boob slider to World of Warcraft before?
I don't think so.
You know what game gonna have it though? You'll see he's gonna have a boob slider and a dick slider.
Yeah, that character creator is
insane.
Yeah.
Only 9 faces, so what face should we?
Icy of the veins. Does this matter anymore?
Builds, yeah. Yeah, they've redid the whole talent tree, so it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well that, but like, I need to do.
Oh wait, you can click. Okay, that's kind of nice. Oh, you can click on this stuff. I didn't even know that.
PvP, I need the best. Does races even matter anymore?
Oh, you can have non-scale patterns by scale. You still kinda have scales? None is kinda... Okay. I actually kinda like that. You still have scales on your shin though.
That is locked.
You do want some eyebrows. Should we have thick eyebrows?
Dragonfly.
Tip, don't worry, you will be able to change these options later. Okay, you can actually change.
Yeah, there's a barber in the game.
We wanna change skin color. We do wanna kind of that. I don't know what it's saying. I mean, not gonna be hairless, but I'm just checking. Ooh, number 5 is kind of cute. What do you think, Chef?
Oh, so gnome might be the best. Oh.
And I wanna see and know, why does your dragon look like a Twitter user? What the hell exists? What do you mean?
Okay, so gnome's actually good. Oh hell yeah!
I actually wanna see a gnome on a dragon.
Fuck
It's gonna
you,
look
you're
insane.
gonna see it, bro. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see an actual pretty
I'm
damn gnome.
I'm kind of bamboozled if I want to be a mage or a evoker. I don't know.
I'm actually just gonna make my gnome from classic.
I had a gnome back in classic that you can't use as a name anymore, I don't think.
Gnome these nuts.
The name was Do Dickett, which was a random name from the generator.
Styled, and then white hair, of course, beard full, of course.
I want medium ears, nose. Which one? We have 1 or 2. Okay, I guess 2 is better. How many shins do we have? 2 shins. Oh, we can have shin without the scales. Okay,
Eye
great.
color has to be green. Boom.
Necklace. Thorn gem.
Nameless.
Sword, of course.
And we can actually do it. Gnome Regon or Exile's Reach, where do you go?
Huh?
Choose your starting zone. Exile's Reach or Gnome Regon?
How may I help?
I
Gnome
don't know.
Regon.
Good luck, friend.
Alright, next is Creek Tooth Den.
Boost. Boom. No, I'm never gonna
Okay, I'm
try
gonna
a new
make.
class.
I'm actually gonna make this character, and then I'm gonna make another character I'm gonna boost. I'm gonna
Warriors my shit, bruh.
I'm gonna boost a normal character, to play with, but I'm gonna have a Dracfear as my secondary. So we wanted hair, right? I forgot about adding the hairstyle.
All over there.
I wanted to see it from the side, I guess. Full tail, that's kind of cool. We can change the color though, so we need to be. I actually like red hair. Why? That's too red. Okay. Actually, you can't see my scales on my visage form. Spicy poop still help, Grumpy. I'm conflicted if I should play Dracfear or a normal character. I don't know.
I forgot to switch my screen back again.
Oh yeah. I want to see what kind of horns I want. Can we have we can have no horns?
On what? What race?
The Dracfear. Someone said you couldn't like remove the scales on the face, but you kinda can. Wait a second. Oh, that is hello. Uh-huh.
She's so fucking cute. Aw.
Where's the right angle? There it is. Oh, interesting. That new shout out thing. Was that what slash shout?
Okay, so I need to enter game to like actually configure this. Oh, I'm getting screen tear. Oh. Screen tear. Oh god. Oh god.
Hallå.
Hallå.
Oh.
Hallå, ja. Oh,
Hello.
hallå.
Hello.
Vad gör ni?
Oh, I hit a tree.
We
Shit.
are playing the World of Warcraft. Why am I getting so much screen tear?
Might be a little high.
What can I use for in-game so that I can see like goddamn FPS?
I think it's Control R. Yeah, Control R and it'll be in the bottom right by the menu. Oh, it's 60 frames per second.
Oh. Oh god. Okay, now it's better. Now it's better. Oh, wait. Wait. Why is it using stuff I can't see? Oh god, it's screen tearing so bad.
Can't go lurk in the window.
Forge.
I do not have a target.
Here's Forge app, download. World of Warcraft logs companion app. See full character profiles. Okay. That was good. Oh god, why is the screen tearing? Really? Oh. Wait, so it was screen tearing because the graphics were too low, and now I got even more FPS? What the fuck? I just punched up the graphics to full, and now there's no screen tear, and I even gained like 10 FPS.
I'm running at 60, which I shouldn't be.
Okay, I'm still getting fucking screen tear.
I'm back, guys. Get a second beer. We have a beer test. It's a beer taste testing.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
I just like I do a one.
Look at Discord. Okay, I need to check Discord, I guess.
Oh, and then I'm getting screen tear.
I love how simple and not confusing this shit is. Yeah, but that's just to move everything around in World of Warcraft, I guess. The UI.
World of War. Screen.
Okay, so this is kind of cool. I don't need any horns on my visage, right?
21.9.
I had to edit my Dracfear form. That's when we can just randomize, I guess. I don't really care how it looks. Oh, the golden one looks kind of cool. Damn, the Dracfear is kind of huge.
Yeah, they are.
That's a cool color. Okay, actually, yeah. Chest spikes. Oh. That's cool.
The
Leg
head
spikes.
screen there.
Yes, we do want leg spike. One color. We do want to change the color to a little bit more darker, I guess.
Anti-aliasing.
And we do want to Horn Julie. Okay, yeah, why not? Chains.
V-sync.
Silver
Disable.
color. Crest. Oh, we can have crest. Okay, that's kind of cool. Eye color should still be like kind of blue, right? Yeah. You can still do all the changes later on, apparently. Hell. Oh, you can have.
Yeah, you
okay,
can
wait,
you can go to a barber and do it.
Yeah. Brow. You do want thorns as a brow. Why not? It's kind of cool. I like that you can actually like style your dragon later on too. Mount and level it up. Have we got into the dragon flight yet?
You actually kind of
yeah,
split your time if you're in different forms. When you're in your human form, you get better out of combat regeneration. So they actually have a button toggle that you'll switch automatically between the two.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a learning curve
Oh, it
for me.
still goddamn remembers my keybinds and shit, bruh.
I hate that you can resize everything but the minimap. Can't you resize the minimap?
Action bars.
I think you can.
Yeah,
resize
like
the
make it.
minimap.
You mean like make it bigger or smaller, or zoom in and out? Which one?
Yeah, but with the UI thing to make it smaller and bigger. UI edit. You can edit your full UI. For the workroom now. Maybe you can't.
Still having fucking screen time.
Okay, what should my damn character be named? I don't even know. Should we just go for Nordic gamers? Not a girly name though.
I named mine after a D&D Dragonborn I have.
Wait, I can't even do full name. I can't do 2EV. Okay, I'm just gonna name it something. Do we have a dragon auto?
Why would you need V-sync to fucking...
Dracfear name generator. Man, it's a name generator. Dracfear. I guess Dracfear. Oh, Dracfear. Feminine. Okay. Sylvanas.
Yeah, why would they like need V-sync to like actually do anything in the game?
You need V-sync?
Nah, it's like it's said you should do fucking V-sync to like.
I haven't even changed any options in the game yet. Do that Jeez. Okay, I don't even know what to call my character. Chat, do you have any good names for a character? For Dracfear?
Warcraft logs. I don't need Warcraft logs right now, but later maybe.
Mestri, is that even a girl name?
I know how Curseforged works.
Twitch Prime. Alright, chat. Use Twitch Prime to give me a name. I wonder if that would level work. Twitch Prime.
Details, weak auras, auctionator, pawn, bagnon.
Twitch Prime is taken already.
That, plater nameplate.
Yes.
I mean, Bigwigs is pretty much better than DBM, so DBM can actually like get the fuck out.
Can we be right Nordic? Nope.
Scrap, drunk settler, yes sir.
So the gamers is the longest I can do with the name, and actually it's available, but I don't know. Game. Nordic.
What's that
Yes.
new leveling thing everybody's leveling with called?
I don't know. I never got super huge into add-ons. I still even use the original
You should
UI when I was
actually play
raiding.
this. You should play the Dragonflight Vanilla.
No, fuck no.
You want to explore. You don't want quests.
What do you mean? I don't want to explore. I don't give a shit about the lore.
I want to explore an
That's what
Ashes of Creation.
Yeah,
If you
that's
want lore, you know, you can play a single player game, you know.
True. Driving PvP is boring.
What did you say?
Like they said that because track for PvP is boring. Rest and sleepy when the name
I need to go watch. Oh, Sko's not streaming anymore.
Okay, we're gonna try that. Okay, that's a good name, I guess. Wait, so that thing is boosted or what? Wait, if we just do.
You'll have an icon on your character select screen at the top if you have a thing to boost, to use the boost.
Oh, but it's
like a
level
little-
58 already, though.
Your actor start at 58.
Oh, the normal level is 58?
Yeah, because they're a hero class.
Oh, okay, so can I use a boost on another character then? Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can do that while I search up this WoW add-on we need.
Right.
Yeah, what kind of other character should we have? We should have a... Should we even do?
I don't know.
A mage? Which character?
My friend
Hello,
plays
man.
a hunter. I don't know what else we have. But we can always have more hunters. Or if you wanna try something new.
Mage, maybe? But I don't know what...
Mage is pretty fun. Warlock's pretty fun.
Yeah, but I wonder what character should be... Panda? Mage?
Human.
Human?
Human.
A dwarf? Human?
Nah.
A human mage?
I mean, for mage, you should probably be human or probably human, depending. Twitch TV.
Should we be a warlock? I can do a mage. Okay, customize.
Recommended? No, I want viewers, high to low. God damn it.
They have a lot of human faces now.
Are you dead, Harry? What the fuck? Sko.
That's kind of cute. Yes.
Go. Ah, it's called Rested XP. Oh, it's ew. Isa, you need to buy. Yeah, I'm not.
I don't even know what hairstyle I should use. You can probably change it later on anyways.
Just the XP.
Eyebrow. The bow. Raise.
The last one I need. Green whip.
Go to blue's post above. Blue.
Alright, right there.
Okay, what should my human form name be?
Oh god. Okay, so it's actually like capturing my game now. Spela in specifikt vänster. World of Warcraft.
You have a line? You can't have lines or dots in your name, okay. And no apostrophes. Okay, that works. Boost the character level 6. Okay, that's how you do. Okay. Oh, what should I go for? Frost, Fire, or Arcane? Wait, I can only go Frost.
Yeah, Frost.
Dunka.
What do you say,
Och den här
Primus?
liran också. Frost is the best for leveling.
Vadå, så han är mage?
Ja.
På nya?
Ja.
I have two characters. I have the Evoker and the Mage. I can play both.
Rasmus?
Yes.
Köpte du Collector Edition eller köpte du vanliga?
Jag köpte dyraste.
Collector Edition.
Precis. 89. Bara för att man får ju en månad så vet det.
Du får ju mount och grejer också då.
Jo, precis. Mount, så fick du en pet.
Niklas, har du också köpt det eller?
Ja.
Såklart.
Men just det, Mount så
det är värt det för en månad. Alltså i game time bara för att testa spelet.
The mounts are account right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They've been like that for a long...
So which one should I start playing with? The Evoker or the Mage?
Jag kommer
you
hej.
I'm gonna do with the Mage first. Why not? I can do the Evoker later on. The Evoker's on the 15th, so yeah. Enter world then, I guess. We're not gonna buy anything from the shop. What do we get for it? Right, chat, we can play for an hour before we're gonna watch some AOC, but we're gonna have the game in the back. Yes. Oh.
I mean, no, we're just gonna actually like level anyway.
What's new? New in Dragonfire, Professionals Update, Dragon Riding, Dragon Isles. Okay, great. Achievement, explore other way. Everything is really...
I mean, there's gotta be like a leveling add-on anyway, like...
I can often have been simplified, many will appear condition when
Isn't voodoo very good?
they target an unit
Gather
with
mate.
vision. Great. Throw my spells. Polymorph, ice barrier. Nova. Okay.
Oh, you're playing mage?
Yeah, I'm playing the mage right now.
Ooh, prat 3.0.
I have mail. Oh yeah, I know I have mail. I guess because
Twitch emotes version 2. That's hard.
I think I have quest to the dragon awaits the call for allies.
I must get closer.
Oh, you're right. I don't have an ad blocker anymore.
Yeah, we're having ads on top of the hour, guys. Sorry. Pre-made group dungeon finder. Okay, that's on I. Where's the inventory? First profession, second profession. I don't. Wait, it's B for bags. I forgot. Time Walker's Heart. Oh yeah, you got another heart.
Too far away.
I don't even know.
Oh, I have it on alt.
Marcus Strazza as a pest. Yeah. Wait, the pet can actually attack?
It's like a good title to show off that not a lot of people
Mounts.
have.
Tangled Dreamweaver. Okay.
If I was Horde, I would have used my PvP title, but god damn it.
Let us hear your story.
Oh, this is perfect for this expansion.
Oh yeah, this mount is... Okay, this is not a dragon mount, but it's another mount. It is a dragon mount, but not a dragon flight mount. How do you go down? I just go down.
Hide Curse Forge. I need to...
What's your battle net tag? Do you want my tag? Oh yeah, it's... I don't know what it is.
Oh, I can't even exit the game? Why is it
yeah,
so hard?
It says it's Nordic Gamers hashtag 2382. Wonder if I can copy it. I don't think I can. I click to copy battle tag. Oh, here. There you go. I don't know why I don't have TV in my name there. It should be TV, but... Oh.
Well, no! That's so gay to have TV in your name.
I might actually change.
It's so gay! You can't change.
You can always change on you guys need to pay.
Oh,
You can change on Twitch. I'm thinking of rebranding myself to like Nordic. Or Nordic Gamer. Or...
Oh. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, okay. I'll give you that one, but...
Why is everything so small? I need to fix the hood. Options, can you do the hood bigger? Why is everything?
Dragon, flight.
General.
Level. Rim is back.
Render scale. Oh, that's just render scale. I want the UI scale. There we go.
World of Warcraft.
110.
RPG
110 is a little bit...
MMO,
Oh wait, 110 is kinda good. Maybe 104? Yeah, 104 is great. Okay, there we go. The hood is a little bit bigger, but that's maybe too big. But I can resize everything else afterwards.
Where have you come from? May your steps be sure and...
Wait, which server am I on? I don't even know what server I am on.
No. No, did you use your boost on like a completely random fucking server?
You didn't say what server was on. You just...
It says in the top, bro.
Log out.
So fucking stupid, bro. What the fuck?
I probably did.
Yeah.
I probably move my character anyways later on.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you can move your character later.
Vilken Doomhammer. Oj, oj.
Dumpkoff.
I am out of range.
Which realm was we going for?
Bronze beard.
Ja, är det
Bronze
svårt att komma
Dragon
in?
Flab.
Nej.
Nej.
Bronze beard. Bronze beard. There we go.
Vilken server? Måste
Bronze
spela
beard.
karaktär, Rasmus.
I need to move my characters, but I can probably do that later.
Yeah, do it later and like.
We're gonna go for a Drakfir then.
Yeah. No, you can play a mage if you want. It's just leveling and like.
We need to level from level 1.
What? Yeah, but we can level a level 1. You know, some other day.
It's not hard.
Not right now. Exactly.
Yeah, but
I want to level up a paladin as well for like.
If I do a mage now, it will be level 1, right?
Yes.
So I should probably do a Drakfir then.
No, play your mage from the other server, and we can just play
you can
together.
just group up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Does it cost to move your characters?
Yep. Oh, the Blizzard and they'll nickel and dime you now that Activision, ever since Activision got involved.
Yeah.
Alltså Rasmus, jävla mycket reklam har du skaffat på din jävla kanal?
It's 25 euros for a character transfer, or 50 for a free character. I'm having 3 minutes every hour. So that's what I have.
Vilken server kör du upp på, Niklas?
Bronzebeard.
Edman
kör där alltså.
Alltså?
Vi käkar lunch idag och grejer.
Du och Edman?
Jag, Edman, Emma och Frida.
I am out of range.
Oj.
Okay, where do you need to go? I'm gonna wait for you guys, then we can team up, I guess.
Yeah, but you're playing on your mage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Vad är det för skillnad på Epic Edition och Horror Edition?
Du får scrolla ner, så kan du se vad skillnaden är.
Jaha, där.
Med Epic Edition så får du en månad i...
Oh, Exist, do you wanna be with us too? I can invite you too, maybe.
Gjorde Rasmus en över 60 karaktär på en gång, eller?
Ja, men på Doomhammer.
Åh.
Take care to use party sync and replay.
Han kollade inte så mycket sur.
Men Rasmus, gör en ny karaktär att spela bara med.
Nej, han kan inte.
Vadå
alltså,
inte?
Nu är han level 60 liksom.
Ja, det går väl fort på det här då? Och levla.
Ja, ja. Men vet du, då måste vi börja om från level 1.
Ja, och det går väl fort att komma upp till 60 nu.
Jo, men nu kan vi bara levla, vet du. Nu kan vi bara fortsätta levla. Och så vet du. Så kan han bara liksom. Oh my god, I got some BlizzCon events. Nani? Why did I get a BlizzCon event?
Oj, no. Fan hade jag för lösenord? Spara inte, jag har fan glömt bort det alltså.
Wandering Ancient.
Right. We had added more action bars now. I need to get my
Dragonflight Heroic Edition. Set favorite. That's definitely a favorite. Enhance your mounts with mount equipment.
Where the hell did I find my...
Oh god. Mature language filter. Oh, enable. Yes, sir.
I think they're all in menus.
4, 7, 4, 2, 4.
Ska du vara med och lira? Control R.
Jag har inte spelat på ett år.
Dragon Slayer Pimmelus. Liv.
Oj. Credit card. Right.
What did you leave my group?
New adress kan fan lägga.
Varför skriver du liv?
Det var jag som skrev liv.
Var någon ghosty?
Nej, vad fan händer? World of Warcraft.
Dreamless Bronzebeard joins the party.
Yeah, of course.
Ska vi ha party sync på? Jag vet inte hur fan man fick igång party sync. Men det var någon sån.
Det är automatiskt.
Nej. Det var en knapp någonstans.
Vadå party sync?
Vi synkar med questen. När någon tar en quest så får du alla questen i party. Där map. Sync and replay quest with party remember. May restrict level.
What the fuck? Varför?
Joker! What's up?
Dans, jag måste ta bort AP alltså.
Hur fan kommer man in där med sina mounts någonstans? Där är ability. Eller... new talent tree. It's but uneasy to get into your mounts and stuff. What T? T-shirt channel. Oh wait, they have VoIP. Why?
Fan, måste ju ladda ner det här jävla skiten också. Jag tror inte ens har det på datorn. Tar det lång tid eller?
Nej.
Det är 86 gig så... Ja.
Det går fort om du har en bra internet connection.
Det jag inte har.
Klart har.
Abs, do you know where the mounts are?
It's collections.
Shift P.
Yeah, Shift P.
Is it C?
Shift P
porcupine.
for penis. Shift P for penis.
Shift P for penis. Oh, there we go.
Open gör bank-id.
Open your penis to the wall.
0 euro.
Too,
Fett
okay.
nice.
There we go. Only used outside, okay.
Open your penis to the wall.
Thank you. Och sen behöver vi inte starta eller subscriba för månad.
Nej.
Joker, thank you for the sub! Oh yeah, I actually need to do free wheel spins. I forgot them. I need to do that for the release.
Så.
2 months, let's go! Yeah, man.
Man ner det här jävla skiten igen. Det är Battle.net man måste ha först va?
Yes.
Where are you hiding? Oh, there. Wait.
Download
Where are you hiding,
Battle.net.
Privilege? I'm trying to find you. I'm on you.
I'm flying.
Så.
Oh wait, are you in the boat? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the boat. It's a blizzard.
Nice.
I apparently...
You got this dragon too, I guess.
Wait, somebody removed me from Battle.net? Damn.
Oh,
Next one is... I did this one.
wait, what is your tag? Wait, Dubs, I can send you my tag in your...
I don't think
Add me as a friend.
can.
Yeah, we can still add me as a friend and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, you can add your...
Fucking det kostar 1000 spänn era judar.
Nej, 82 euro.
Ja, gå in på ditt konto och kolla din jävla jude.
Det är typ 1000 spänn.
Ja, just det.
Med dagens inflation.
Yeah.
Alright, just
Fucking jag blev rånad. 1001 kronor 70 öre.
Yeah, you can't invite you.
yeah, different region.
Trying to say.
Yeah, that's because the region.
Region North America. You can have as a friend at least.
This computer, ESD, USB.
Wait, map. Should I start party sync? Sync and replay quests with party members. Start.
Yeah, just start.
Your level is now restricted to 60. Yeah, I know. We're gonna level with each other. Oh, so if you level 70 and I'm 60, like then we're gonna go down to 60 and you're gonna level with me again.
Exactly.
That's...
But you accepted both the quests, right?
No, I haven't accepted the quest over here yet.
No, but you have 2 quests that you can accept on the right side of your screen.
The right side?
On the right side of your screen.
Yeah, they are accepted already. From start.
Good.
Campaign and quest.
Oh, we actually... What the fuck am I doing?
Where the hell did he go?
I went inside. We didn't even need to go inside.
Oh yeah, we need to just spell the outside over here.
Yeah.
Remember you will despawn from your dragon.
Secret reference to learn of the council.
1 month! Fuck!
Should we wait for Mr. Ludefix?
Rasmus, byt server för fan på en gång.
Kom till Bronzebeard.
Ja, byt server medan jag håller på.
Men då måste vi betala 25 euro.
Kostar 305. Börja på en ny karaktär. Förbered en ny så kör vi tillsammans.
Ja, men då måste vi börja på level 1. Det vill jag inte.
Ja, jag kör tillsammans med er klättra.
Ja, men vi ska ju köra Dragonflight och inte vanliga vanilla retail.
Ja, man kan fortfarande börja från level 1 till super. Vi är ju uppe i level 60 idag. Vet du hur fort det går att levla på det där jävla spelet, eller?
Skulle kunna flytta karaktären i och för sig, eller så kör jag en drag för istället. Fast det spelar ingen roll vilken server, men...
Tog det Epic Edition också, alla början?
Ja, varför tror du det kostar 1000 spänn för mig?
Men det faktiskt spelar ingen roll vilken server man är på i alla fall.
Jo.
Nej, kan fortfarande göra allting tillsammans.
Ja, men inte det andra ett jävla klappträ.
Inte andra.
Typ var i samma guild och sånt där, liksom.
Du kan inte hoppa runt varandra.
Jo, det kan man.
Värld.
Jo.
Vad tar det?
Man är i samma värld.
Jo, det kan man.
Jaha, har man slutat? Kan man trada det med varandra också, eller?
Ja.
Kan man göra allting förutom
Nej,
att...
du kan inte trada guld och sånt.
Nej, precis. Vänta några sekunder.
Så att man blir fortfarande lite fucked.
Att trada kan man göra. Vad fan kan jag trada med dig?
Folköl och dunka.
Ja,
Niklas,
men du
skulle
kan
du med
trada
imorgon,
ja.
eller?
Men du kan inte lägga till guld. Vadå menar
Nu
du?
är jag tillbaka. Hej. Vad sa du? Du kan göra allt förutom att trada guld, eller?
Ja, jag kan skriva in här ju. Okej, nej. Precis.
Vadå med imorgon?
Det är fitnessfestival.
Okej, I'm gonna... Jag kan du spin the wheel stuff.
Jag vet inte.
Och lite ragga lite på lite folk bara.
Eller try to talk English because we have dubs in here too. So he doesn't understand what we're saying, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What the fuck are these fuckers talking about, man? Where are you from in the US?
Colorado.
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 So that's Canada, right?
No, it's US.
Is it US? Because I always forget about just Colorado.
If it is in the... I guess Midwest is what it's considered still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the non-mountainous side. I'm on the west side where it's like more desert.
Fucking stort spel.
Is it expensive to go on NHL games?
I have no idea. I don't really follow sports.
One of my old teammates from Sweden plays for Vegas.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's not too far from Vegas. I think it's like within 4 hours driving, or 8, something like that.
Okay, we're gonna put up the wheel spin because Joker had 1 spin and Dubs has 2 spins.
Nej, det går ju ganska fort att ladda det här skitspelet.
Oh, you're going back to lurking, okay?
Men jag kan ju fortfarande spela på en gång.
Ja, men du kan bara göra vissa grejer.
Jag tror inte du kan spela
jag kan starta
nya
en
expansion.
karaktär på er server.
Bronzebeard.
Undrar om jag ska starta en... Jag borde ha någon högre så här val att välja på. Jonne spelar. Vilka mer spelar? Mark spelar. Niklas spelar. Rickard spelar. Fan, alla spelar. Kim spelar.
Ja, det är fett populärt.
Nice. We're waiting for you, Mr. Lurefix.
Jag ska se videon nu.
It's actually good.
I didn't even watch
because then I can actually fix my PC.
Fan, jag är med här inne då.
Yo,
Hej, Bams.
Bams.
Ska du vara med?
Bamse.
Vadå för något?
Dragonflight.
Dragones, Flighty Nones.
Oh, jag har 2 level 50 och 60 att välja.
Vad sa du?
Jag har ju flera att välja.
Jag frågar Bamse.
Ja, du har karaktärer upplevlade redan typ.
Nej, men alltså... Vad sa du, Bamse?
Jag har inte råd med det där skitspelet.
Oh god.
Ragnaros.
Yeah, I don't even see my own chat anymore.
Vad har vi där? Vad spelar ni? Vilken...
Why can't I even tab out of my own game? Hello?
Ni kör hård eller?
Nej, Alliance.
Nej.
Alliance, såklart.
Säg det bara, det går inte.
Alliance for the win!
Du vet att Alliance tekniskt sett är bättre än hård.
Ja, men det är skitsamma om du är teknisk eller inte.
Jo.
De spelar hård. Vilken service? Vad sa du?
Bronzebeard. Det är en mellanpopulated server.
Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard.
Jag råkade välja fel.
Roll vilken server ni väljer.
Nej, jag vet.
Lite granna.
Nej.
Lite granna.
Om man vill vara i samma
fan är det här?
guild
Kan man välja
och-
Dragon? Är det Rasmus spelar eller?
Ja, precis.
Ja, jag
Eller
har
han
det som min
sa
andra
det.
karaktär.
Vad sa du?
Jo, jag har det som min andra karaktär. Det är det som är nya expansionen i draken.
Vadå för något?
Blackfear.
Ofta gymmen kan vara monk. Fett gay.
Ja, typ alla kan vara monk.
Vad ska jag spela för någonting då?
Ja, vad du vill.
Ork.
Åh yeah, jag kan conjure det. Jag kan
Death Knight. Fett nice.
Vet man vart det conjure, men... Eller conjure.
Hallå, Fractal. Varför ljuger ni för?
Rasmus, säg inte att du klickade på en knapp nu. Det kan inte vara en klicker här.
Varför säger Fractal att man ska kunna ha 3 stycken 120 mm fläktar i det här chassit? Men det går inte. Det går inte!
Rasmus, du måste ju binda knappar
Niklas,
till knapparna.
skärmdela.
Du kan inte vara en klicker.
Skärmdela.
Vadå skärmdela?
Jag kan vara klicker.
Ja,
Nej, det kan du inte.
Vad vill du se?
Man klickar inte på knapparna med musen.
Men jaha, du är live på Twitch.
Ja,
men jag kan inte se båda samtidigt. Skärmdela.
Vart fan är Discord då?
Det är för att fråga dig själv. Vad kör du för karaktär?
Warrior.
Dwarf eller?
Nej.
Human.
Nej. Jag kör den enda rasen som man kan.
True! Gnome! Gnome Warrior.
Ja.
How's it going, Dubs?
Nej, fan Rasmus.
Alright, just about to finish off one zone.
Vilken level är du då?
Jag? Full, max.
Vad fan är det nu för tiden då?
Max är 70 men vi är 60 då.
Om fan nu blir jag osäker på hur jag ska spela.
Prova draken då.
Jag
bara, men du spårar som 15.
Ska jag spela en drake? Okej.
Anda, det är fan grymt alltså. Då kan man laga bra mat och grejer.
Men var hamnar mina jävla conjure fresh
man
någonstans?
kunde inte...
I din bag.
Ja, men det gör inte det. Det ligger inte i bagen. För helvete.
Visst.
Alla mina. Ja, alla bags är öppna.
Vad står det där längst ner?
Va?
Backpack 6, vad fan är det för något? Öppna den där satchelen. I din backpack. Se vad är i den.
Nej, det ligger inte där.
Det är bara... grejer.
Man kan ju ändra färg på draken, ja.
Ja.
Vad tog Rasmus för färg?
Jag kommer inte ihåg. Jag tror jag är lite vitaktig på min drake.
Det är väl klart att det är.
Vitguld.
Det är väl klart att det är.
Where is my damn conjuring drops?
Jävla rasist.
Vad har vi där? Ja, det var mat.
Ja, han tog den.
Ja, men inte den maten. Det här är conjure refreshment, men kanske inte samma sak. Conjure mana food for you and your allies.
Den där var ju snygg.
That's probably not the normal one. Probably something else. I don't... I need to relearn the whole thing.
Ja, du måste binda knappar till de där andra grejerna ju. Du kan ju inte trycka på de där andra knapparna. Ice Nova. Eller Ice Block. Rune of Power. Du måste ju ha knappar för dem. Du kan ju inte trycka på dem med musen. Då kommer du bli bannad.
Det kan inte vara 3 stycken 120 i fronten.
What is this?
Och 2 stycken uppe.
Oh, it's a lot of... Why is there a lot of items on the ground?
Refreshment table, det är de du har spanat.
Oh. That's what it is. You get them on the ground and then you pick them up. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. And it's health and mana over 20 seconds. You don't need to just do water and food anymore. You just do one stuff. Oh. So you just get some water and food on the ground here.
Well met, my young friend.
Ja, just a sec.
I didn't know you spawned it on the
ground. Det här
ground.
blir en jävla Sims eller att man kan hålla på och ändra hur mycket som helst.
Almost. Oh yeah, I need to still spin the wheel.
Rasmus har lagt till horn på sin drake. Eller
draken har men
grejer.
Jag kan check, jag kan logga out och check.
Ja, får jag se.
How do we... I can enter the world with it. I haven't been in with the world. I'll see what happens.
Men Rasmus, gör en ny sån där på samma server så spelar vi tillsammans.
Men kan ju fortfarande spela tillsammans, spelar ingen roll.
Ja, men jag är en på server bara.
That was weird. Men vadå, level 1?
Nej, men man blir level 58 med dem.
Ja, en drake, ja.
Ja.
Ja, han skulle ju kunna spela drake, men om han
vill spela en drake på samma server som oss.
True, I could do that.
Ja, så gör det på en gång då.
Då är ni level 58, då måste ni gå igenom den här nya zonen och grejer. Så då,
ja, jo, men det är sant.
Då får jag vänta på er.
Det tar inte så lång tid. True, we can do that. But I need to do wheel spins. I have 3 wheel spins. Joker, are you still here? You lurking?
Lurking. Lurking with no sound.
They might lurk with sound. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this one. Can I just copy the character? So much easier to just copy it.
No.
Can I want what it is? Okay, I kinda know what it is. So change, realm, go in.
Oh, you actually put up a refreshment table?
Alltså helvete vad man kan göra om.
So, but I'm thinking if I should move just one, can I move my mage over to that server?
Yeah, just pay for the move now. And
yeah,
then...
but I should probably pay for the free one. I can move both of them. But,
no, it's a waste. Then just buy one. Because you can just make a new Drac and be level 58 anyway. It would be a different story if you were like leveling.
Sure, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Select. Connected to shop.
25 euros for that.
Yeah.
For the game, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna show this.
Transfer the fucking character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's...
What time is it? It's 30 minutes left until
Ashes.
You're gonna play. Like, there's no way you're just sitting there watching that.
I'm gonna watch it at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
I need to. Actual creation. It's a new developer update.
Huh?
New dev update.
The cleric one.
Outload.
So I bought it. How do I do that? I have it. How do I move my character?
I don't know. I don't know how you do it now.
The name of it was. I'm trying to find it right now. What's the name of the server?
Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard. Where the hell did it go? I don't even see it anymore.
Hey, I don't need to watch World of Tanks anymore.
How do I move a character?
Did I need to do anything to like enable drops?
I think you need to. I don't know. Do I have drops on my stream? I don't know.
No.
It should say. I think you need to get. I think you get selected by Blizzard if you can do a drop.
Yeah.
Someone got selected. I don't know. Someone said it. Oh, it was blood. I think.
Just connect your shit.
Yeah, but it's like random. Not everyone.
I think you just have to be in
the drops.
streaming. Wow.
Oh, there we go. Character transfer. Nice. Okay, nice.
Vadå, ska du betala?
I have done that already.
Yeah.
Choose your character. It's gonna be my mage. Destination realm.
Så overkligt.
What's it called?
Bronzebeard.
Beard.
It's a beard, but it's bronze.
Yeah.
Man, this computer's actually getting hot compared to my old one.
This character used the character boost 2 recently. Try. Okay, I can't even do that because I can't do it. Okay, so I can do it later on.
Yeah.
I can go do an evoker on your server then, I guess.
Yeah.
We're out, and I move the mage over later on. Bronzebeard, okay. I should delete my. Oh.
Okej. Kom man på ett namn då?
True. We're gonna delete this one. Don't really need you.
Scale.
Vad heter du då, Niklas?
Rimulus.
Är du inne på din?
Just nu browsar jag mina andra karaktärer.
Jag ser på andra, gå till rätta server.
I'm just gonna play my mage and then move it over to another server later on.
Yeah.
Vad säger jag?
Vadå? Rimulus?
Fan vad du dålig skärm på din skärmdel.
Ja, för att det är fucking widescreen.
Did you log out?
Det är så jävla widescreen så att det är inte sant.
Aha, så.
Jag kör ju widescreen numera.
Jag ska bara
göra en snabb
karaktär.
Nu kommer man inte kunna se någonting längre. Typ.
Varför?
För att jag kör widescreen.
Ja.
Sträcker sig över hela skärmen.
Det font där på Discord då.
Jag har inte märkt av det än.
Jag ser det fan överallt. Det ser äckligt ut.
De ändrade fonten idag eller igår eller fan. Jag ser inte skillnad, jag vet inte.
Jag ser den.
Så, finish. Jag tog bara namnet.
Did you also notice Dubs the font change on Discord?
No, I
Jag
didn't.
ser det där det står playing och streaming och grejer överallt.
Yeah, it's more squared.
Så ser vissa bokstäver konstiga ut.
It's more squared now than it was before. My pizza is done too. Oh god. Having everything at the same time.
Rasmus, hur skulle det bli då?
I am out of range.
Flyttar du någonting eller?
I can't move my character yet because it's recently boosted, so I need to level up a little bit, then I can probably move it. Doesn't matter, I can still play with you.
Ja, vänta, ska jag göra en till? Vilken level gjorde du?
Level 60 boosted. Mage.
60?
Ja, den boostade karaktären.
Är du en dragfish 58? Det spelar inte så jättestor roll heller.
Ja, men vi börjar väl inte på samma ställe?
Det är bara att springa dit.
Ja, det är bara 31 gilder på den där jävla
grejen. Jag vet inte varför de är på den här sidan.
I invited you, please, Melis.
Yeah, I know. I'm in.
Oh, you are. Oh, yeah, you're not here anymore. You moved away somewhere.
No, I'm quite literally next to you.
Nej, undrar om jag ska spela en paladin också.
You want some food?
I already have food.
Someone invited me to a guild. Rebels.
No, don't.
Det blir så.
I'm not gonna join that thing.
Guild invites.
You can reply to the player hitting the R. Pepcorn. Hey, are you looking for a guild? No, I'm not. Did you get the food here?
I already had food.
I have a lot of it on me. Apparently, I'm just gonna drop away some.
I'm just gonna go sleep.
Slash sleep.
Too far away.
Okay. Did you get your little pet?
I don't know. I probably have to log out.
You use a shift P and I go to pets. It should be there. The Mörkas Plaza. Oh wait, you don't. Do you have the Mörkas Plaza? No, you have another one, right? Oh, this is a battle pet, I guess.
Ooh,
yeah, it is.
The Everworm. A loud serpent. It's another dragon, but from China. Then there's the golden dragon. And then there's the bronze dragon.
Why do you have so many dragons?
And then there's the phoenix.
I only have this dragon.
And then there's the other phoenix. And then there's the third phoenix.
How do you recall it? I only have one dragon though.
And then there's the Everworm. And then there's the...
Oh, you played retail before, right?
Dragon.
Har du inga mount som är från spelet, Rasmus?
And there's the black dragon.
Stormount, nej. Jo, Tangled Dreamweaver är väl typ en Stormount.
Ja, men har du något som inte är
det? Swift Purple Griffin.
Ja.
Det är från boosten däremot, men...
Wow.
Okay, the pizza is done. I'm gonna get my pizza here.
It's a motorcycle.
Oh, you played retail before, that's nice. Oh, you have more mounts?
No, I never
man kan
played
inte lägga
retail
saker
before.
på sidan igen. Jo.
Bara alla jävla... Du har till och med 8 bars nu istället för 6 eller 5.
Du har 8 bar upp, ja. Men... Jag tänkte på sidan.
Ja, det är längre bars innan.
Du kan ju flytta runt dem också. Du kan ju resize allting.
So, Dubs.
You.
Do you need to like choose a covenant or something? Or
do I need to what?
Do you need to choose blue dragonflight or green dragonflight?
No, it's all just whatever color you can choose to make a character. But you're helping all the dragonflights.
Okay, so it's not like.
And the enemy is the proto dragons.
Rasmus, hur fick dem på sidan?
Escape, I can check. It's option. Combat? No, what the hell is it? Action bars? It's just number 2 and 3, I think.
I have a unicorn.
Yeah, 4 and 5 is the side ones.
Vad sa du?
4 and 5 is the side ones.
Okay. Sure.
But then you can like right click on your own thing and then go to
Ja.
resize hood or something. Yeah. Are you in the game?
Ja, men jag håller på att göra massa start quest.
Wait, are you level 1?
Ja, men...
Oh wait, are you level 58?
Invite oss.
I invited him.
Borjan, varför använder du inte din boost bara? Ja, du har gjort det. Ja,
nej.
Han är dragfree.
Men om man börjar på level 58 så är det ingen boost.
Nej.
Nej, exakt. Nej.
Jag boostar på en ny karaktär, alltså en annan karaktär så. Det är ju på min mage. Dragfree är ju en hero class, den har ju ingen... Den startar för inte. Where did Primus go? You just left... Oh, you're here.
What do you mean? I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. On your little
It's
unicorn.
my unicorn, bitch.
Yeah. Pizza time.
My bloodbath dragon.
Wait, can I do right click and follow on you? Yeah.
You should be able to.
Will I fly when you fly away, or wait?
No.
Okay.
You
Don't
need
you
to
have
be
a?
mounted.
Do you have a dual mount?
May we all find
I do.
order guide you.
On it. I will sit on you. Actually, with the dragon flight, you can actually fly with someone on the dragon.
Yeah.
Mount. But you need to get unlocked in the beginning. Get back. Have you done that, Dubs?
No.
It's like when you the girl you talk to with the quest for when you get the dragon. You can actually talk, like the last thing you can unlock, so you can have like dual riding. Like right in the beginning when you get your dragon.
Do I actually have a dual mount?
We will
I
not
don't think
repeat
so.
our history.
I haven't played out this game that much.
Come see me again.
Yeah, that's. I do have actually a triple mount.
Ooh.
But it's only a ground mount.
Okay. Some bearnaise on my pizza.
If needed, I will answer the call.
Some American pan pizza.
What do you seek?
I'm debating if I want to just throw a pizza I have in the oven or just order one.
I'm gonna order one right now.
I ordered one.
Fuck up.
I just reheated it because I'm back.
Yeah, because you're such a stupid cunt.
Yeah, but it's too early to like. Every like spot to get food where I live with Dubs is too far away. I can't even. I would love to have delivery here.
Perhaps
live like
it's a good
20
thing that you don't have any.
True. Would order too much. But I live like 25 minutes away from like the closest town.
Civilization.
He lives in the bang bang bada bang 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 bang.
They don't have electricity. Except for him.
And he liked his own sister and stuff like that.
Oh
you
my
know.
god.
Bada bang 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 bang.
Bada bing bing bing. Oh, you can change seats. Look, that's cool.
Welcome you.
I told you it's a triple mount.
Yeah.
We protect the Isles.
I don't have any resources. God damn it! Where are all my resources go?
I'm gonna be right back. I need to pee.
Ah, it's you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome. I have a story for you.
I will hope for your swift return.
Ser du inte?
Ja?
Ser du inte mig på kartan?
Nej. The Dragon Isles. Nej, du är liksom in your own stuff just nu.
Ja, jag vet inte ens vart jag är.
Problem.
Där, Dragon Island.
This. The question is if I should buy this rested XP stuff.
Man måste sätta på autoloot.
Ja.
Ja, det är fan.
Mm.
Goldie, thank you for the lurk. Welcome in, welcome in.
Rasmus, hur mycket pengar har du då?
10 gold. Oh wait, 510 gold.
Hur fan kan du ha så mycket?
Jag fick en låda. Vad han öppna.
Det är väl ingenting egentligen. Inflationen i det där jävla spelet är väl otrolig.
Mm.
What gold do you have, Dubs?
What was that?
A million.
Jag har gjort ett quest.
Oh.
How much gold do you have?
20,000 on this character.
Damn.
That's just from doing the expansion.
What do you want? Have a good one.
Yeah.
I have to check my other server.
Dragon Slayer Primus. How do you get the title?
Because I've played the game, dickhead.
Mm.
I'm just gonna check my horde characters real quick.
Of the Horde.
Your superior characters.
I mean, they are... no. Everything's classic and... fucking Alliance, bruh.
Heroes.
I am an Alliance in the core.
Teleforming.org.
Ah, here is the hero I spoke of. I have 535,000 gold.
Damn.
Mycket så här.
Wait, I have 500,000 gold? How do I have 500,000?
I don't know.
Sent ut över guildbank och så slutar du över guildbank. Bara tog karaktären.
Va?
Hade du det som guildbank in och så döpte du bara om den. Flyttade sig.
Nej.
Man skaffar och spelar med brorsan kanske.
Vad sa du?
När min brorsa håller på att spela.
I have like 250,000.
Varför skulle jag spela med er?
My board server.
Oh, okay.
But I think I have a pet that I could sell. Last time I checked, it was like 600,000.
Yeah, I mean 500,000 is nothing.
Yeah. Considering you need a million for the one mount.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the spider that I think's even more, if I remember.
Yeah. There's like a lot of stupid stupid stuff.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Ska du inte binda knappar till de där, Rasmus?
Bless you.
Good. Don't you have like a thing that's so good?
Du måste ju ha shift 1, shift 2, shift 3.
Yeah.
Du måste binda Q och E. R, F. Z, X, C. F.
Shift Q, Shift E, Shift X, Shift F, Shift V.
Aldrig shift W, A, S, D. De har inte någon grej till.
Nej.
Aldrig. Usch.
Nej. Men Shift V.
Ja, det får jag ha.
Den är bra. Och Shift C och Alt C.
Men sätter man det på WASD så blir det jobbigt att röra på sig.
Ja, exakt.
Ja, jo.
Coin or barter? I trade it all.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you can combine all the bags into one bag.
If you have an add-on, you can do that.
No, I can do that in game now.
Jag har ett annat mod. Jag gillar AD bag, så vad fan det heter. Jag sorterar den efter kategori.
Ja.
Ja, kan inte göra det i bag.
Jag bryr mig så mycket. Va?
Du gör det i bag, man.
Ja. Vi gör det.
Det här originalspelet har ju också så här, lägga ihop.
Vill du gå ut eller? Ja, du vill det.
Ja.
Nej,
ja, du vill gå ut.
Lägger du ihop i kategori. Så consumables i en kategori. Så delar den upp det. Det är mycket lättare.
Think you
can
can do that.
Efter grejer.
I'm gonna walk the dog. That's beauty.
Alright. What the hell is the key binding stuff?
Key bindings?
Yeah, I mean control, but there's no key binding button
Key
here.
bindings. Under social, under combat, under action
there we
bars,
go.
under interface.
Action bars. Wait. Extra action bars. Which one is which?
Du vill bara testa.
I think action bar 2 is... oh wait. Yeah, so 2 is that one. 3 is
Har du
that
inte
one.
edit mode? Vad är edit mode? Kan du inte binda på edit mode? På mod så kan man det. Då håller du bara musen över en knapp och så trycker du shift 1 och så blir det bara budget.
Where the hell is the edit mode?
Tryck escape igen.
Interface. Oh yeah, edit mode here. Wait, huh?
Nej, det verkar inte funka.
Be careful.
Where is the...
Sen måste du skaffa wake auras.
Dance bar, that's it. Where's the...
For the glory of the dragons.
Hello. Be careful.
Här.
Yeah, I have to probably add some add-ons later on, but I wanna play the game kinda like...
Ja, men wake auras ändrar ingenting i spelet. Den gör det bara enklare för dig att spela, säger till vad du ska använda. Och vad cooldown så.
Oh, you can click them, okay. Oh, here! Quick keybind mode.
Ja. Precis. Använd den. Och kom ihåg att om du har typ en slow pen-knapp så vill du ha det slows på alla andra karaktärer.
You're in quick keybind my mouse over a button and press the side key to set.
Så tryck shift 1 nu. Så. Men du kanske vill ha några på C, X och Z och V?
Yeah, but I'm just doing the... I'm doing the ones right. How do you even do the minus one? That's a plus.
Yo, Blood. Yes, that is Nordic you are hearing.
Oh, yeah, Blood. That's me. We're playing same game, but on different servers. We can't play together.
Yep.
These are alarming tidings that you bring us. Ah, here is
I'm
our
sitting here
champion.
chilling and waiting for 5 minutes more until the
Yep, I'm
AOC
about to switch over. I will be right back. I'm gonna hit the bathroom, get a drink, and it'll be good for Ashes.
Ashes of Creation.
Ashes of Creation. Fast han är ju redan på Dragon Isle, så egentligen skulle jag kunna åka
Of
dit.
course, we are in the festive November season. Going into winter. I got my turtleneck, you know. I hope you guys all have your hot cocos or pumpkin spice lattes, whatever
Jag måste bli klar här.
into.
Orkar inte springa. Vänta några
I
minuter.
am doing great. We
Det är
had
på kartan, vad
a
fan är det
very
då?
fun little recording session. I think you guys are in for a treat
Men
today.
han är ju på
It's a little
Dragon Isle.
over 40 minutes
Ja,
of
men han är ju i
with some
börjarzonen,
cleric
fattar
action
du väl?
Där
and
uppe Rasmus, kolla
some
där.
nighttime fun stuff and
Han liksom
a lot of
ska
good
lära
things. I
sig
think
sin
you guys are gonna have
karaktär
a
och
fun
grejer,
time
tror jag.
watching. I'm excited.
100%. I kind of gave everybody a little hint in chat that it was going to be a long stream, so buckle
Green,
yourself
welcome in.
guys. We're going to be in for a little longer of a ride today, but you always enjoy whenever we're. I think the bingo card might have a long stream on it, so we'll see if we hit the marker for it. But of course, before we get into all the things, we have some reminders and things of that sort. So I would like to say, reminder that we are going over. What we're covering today is going to be reminders. As Steven said, we're going to be going over Cleric Update, which also includes some night sky and constellation fun. And we also have a character update, which will be a little bit shorter. And then we have a studio update, which will be also probably pretty short. And then we have our Q&A. I will be taking questions during the video as well. So if you are asking stuff, you'll see that I usually pull some things from that. If I see things that I think need to be clarified, because sometimes we say stuff when we're playing, but you know, when you're playing and talking at the same time, sometimes you don't clarify everything that you need to. So we'll touch base on those things. So for our quick reminders, first and foremost, we want to say thank you to our lovely YouTube subscribers. If you would like to be, spotlighted, you can head on over to our YouTube channel. Whenever we upload the development update, if you subscribe to our channel and you leave a comment, you could perhaps be selected. And you must make it available for people to know that you're subscribed so that we can see you. So for today's question, Papa Smurf 6834 is our lovely spotlight, and they had asked or mentioned in the open world PvP system, will there be a prevent attacking innocent option that when turned on will prevent me from accidentally attacking a non-corrupted player? I say this because griefers are often very good at making you attack them by accident.
Ooh, good question. So there's a few things here. First and foremost
do the
is
dragon
that the open world flagging PvP system requires what we call force function in order to initiate an attack against another player. And by default, that's even against players who are already flagged, though not against players who are corrupt. And there, in the settings, you will have options by which you can you can persist that force function if you wish through another keystroke input. And then additionally, you can set your AoEs so that if you initiate an AoE attack against a location and there are flagged players there, you can set it so that you will automatically hit those flagged players, but by default, it doesn't. So those are options in your settings that you will have access to and be able to adjust.
That's a quest to get them into the Dragon Isle.
All right.
Yeah, but
thank you for that, Steven.
I mean,
we appreciate it. And of course, thank you, Papa Smurf, for being we love a good Smurf, supporting us and our development process. Like I said, if you would like your comment spotlighted and perhaps your question answered, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. And when we upload our development updates every month, just leave a comment in regards to what you would like asked, and you could be selected.
Okay.
So with that, we have a little bit of reminders. Today is not too many. We want to thank first and foremost everybody who joined us for Extra Life. Our community raised over $77.9 thousand for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Holy smokes!
Located all across North America, the Children's Miracle Hospital will treat over 32 million kids this year alone, and children receive care regardless of their family's ability to pay. So you've helped literal miracles happen. And
absolutely. And guys, can I just comment real quick, Margaret? I mean, I know we've said this, the feel goods are great, but honestly, if you think about the practicality of what that dollar value means, and the fact that as a community, we were capable of achieving this accomplishment, now bringing our grand total of extra life involvement over the past several years to nearly $250,000. That is something that is truly significant, and it really, I mean, it's difficult sometimes to understand what that impact is, not seeing it, you know, face to face in action, but it really makes the world of difference for a great number of children. And the fact that you guys showed up and as a community we were able to achieve that together is truly remarkable, especially given the fact that we are still in development. So I just want to say we are setting the right pace, the right example as an MMORPG community in showing what's capable from the gamer population to do good in the world. And really big props and kudos to you guys in the community. That was really something that was amazing. Give yourselves a hand. It was awesome. Truly impressed.
Yeah, I can do a little round of applause.
Yeah! Oh, you got the sound effects.
Yeah, we hit our goals.
Of course I got the sound effects.
Even though we didn't win the contest.
We also want to mention that as a teaching hospital, Rady Children's Hospital not only helps children every single day, but they also train future generations of doctors and nurses. So we're super proud of our community. Thank you so much, everybody. And as Steven said, we've raised over $247,000 throughout the years. And
yeah, I'm gonna watch Ash Creation after.
And it's pretty amazing to see the gaming community come together for a great cause. For the kids.
All right, I'll see you guys.
So thank you so much. We super duper appreciate it. And of course, we also have our monthly cosmetics. Just as a reminder, if you are not aware, these will be swapping over. The ones in the wilds will be swapping over on December 14th, 2022 at 11 a.m. Pacific. Reminder that all of these are things that will help us build the world. So these are NPCs, creatures, buildings that you'll see in the world. And these are just skins, so you won't, but you'll see them in the world as other pieces and NPCs. And so if you want to get tidbits of lore of how they'll be affecting the world, it's a great way to kind of get a little hint. I know you lore junkies out there are always like, give us lore. I'm like, we give you lore every month, and sometimes it's really long lore. But there's some good ones in there. Definitely check them out. And of course, we're going to move into our cleric update / day-night cycle constellation madness. It's a lot. So I'll let Steven first and foremost preface this video.
Thank you. So, as always, I have to preface this for those of you who might just be tuning in for the first time or aren't a regular attendant to our monthly updates. What you're about to see is a work in progress towards Alpha 2. Bear in mind that art gets better, performance gets better, the gameplay gets better. The primary purpose of us showing these on a monthly basis is to give the community an update on progress, but also, and more importantly, to elicit response and feedback from you guys, because we are a transparent development process, and that means the world to us from an iteration standpoint. It helps direct us, and we are capable of directly engaging with our community, which is probably the most important component of a development process. So as you guys are watching, please keep that in mind. Please make sure to go and comment on the YouTube video. It'll be uploaded after this stream in its full 4K glory. Excuse me. And then in addition, go to our Reddit, go to the YouTube, go to our forums on Twitter, and give us your feedback, your comments, what you really liked about the showing today, and where you feel that there's room for improvement. That's very important. You are going to see a little bit aspect of the cleric. You're going to see some components of the night and day cycle. I think for the first time seeing a transition from day to night. You're going to see the use of the feature set for constellations. You're going to see and learn a little bit about undead and how certain types of energy and elemental components will influence the ability to do damage to different species types. You're going to see some of the advanced AI today as well. You're going to see a beautiful biome within the Riverlands. It's actually near the Alpine Forest. It's a little bit higher in elevation, although it is still in the Riverlands. You're going to see an awesome cemetery. You're going to see a lot of fun stuff. And then we will come back and we will be chatting with you about it afterwards. So enjoy.
All right, this is what we were waiting for. The big the big gameplay review of Cleric. Hopefully we'll be actually live watching this.
Hello everyone and welcome to yet another stream in the world of Vera. I am joined by two absolutely awesome and stellar developers on Ashes of Creation with whom you have actually experienced a live stream with before. They are our glorious engineer Keenan. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here with you again. And then we also have one of our senior game designers, Mr.
So they're
Trad.
level 15 by the looks of it.
Hey, good to see everyone again. Good to be back.
So we are in a new biome that actually I don't believe anyone's ever seen before. Where are we? We are in this kind of looks a little bit like the Alpine Forest, but actually this is a part of the Riverlands. This is up near the Alpine Forest area. So you're going to see some western larks and eastern hemlocks. We're obviously at a bit of a higher elevation. If you look off to the east over there, you can see kind of where the starting area for the Aelan humans, the Kalar and the Valoon would start in Alpha 2. Down in the basins of the Riverlands, but we are somewhere else. And the reason we're up in this higher elevation is because we want to show to you guys the night and day cycle, a little bit of some of the cemetery areas with some undead. And there's some constellations I think we're going to be taking a look at today as well that we'll get a good vantage point from up in this elevation. And also, you may notice two familiar characters. We have the Ranger that you guys saw a little bit. Keenan, you're playing the Ranger, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, there was a lot of commentary about my playing of the Ranger. And some people didn't think I played it very well. So we're going to have to make sure that you're on your game today with that Ranger.
I'll show him how it's done.
And then, taking your job.
Exactly. And then we also have, Trad, you're playing the fighter, right?
Yep. I'm going to have to substitute as the tank role of the party.
Oh, that's...
the actual tank.
That's right. We haven't shown off the tank yet. So the fighter is going to be our tank today, which I think is fine. Let's start heading down this way a little bit. What do you say?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. So what do we have today with the Cleric, Trad? We're going to be looking a little bit at the Cleric and some of the new weapons, the mace and the staff. Is that right?
That is correct. We've got a two-handed staff and a one-handed mace shield. You'll also see 4 new spells that the Cleric will be casting. And I won't spoil too much on that. You'll see them as we start getting into combat here, but...
Now, Keenan, you play a Cleric as a main in your MMOs, is that right?
Yeah, I typically play support.
And what is the most fun aspect of Cleric gameplay for you? Put you on the spot.
For me, it's making sure it's being able to ensure that the party wins.
Yes, that is definitely the role I think of as support. Any good player knows that supports win and lose games, in my opinion. Apologies to all non-support players. But, you know, when you think about the... Oh, let's pause here. This looks like a little bit of a scary
so it looks like it does have a built-in compass as well in the mini-map.
Let me see if...
I have pizza coming.
But, you know, we might need some supplies in here. Let me just see if I can chop down some trees.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I think there's some oaks down here. These oaks might come in handy later. We'll see.
Oh, I have to turn my sound on.
But you know, when you think about like Cleric gameplay, that whack-a-mole that Trad said, That's kind of, I think, what a lot of MMO players are accustomed to, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's like your party's hit point bars in health bars in the party window and just clicking between them and making sure you're like maintaining rotations and cooldowns on your heal abilities. You know, saving the really high mana usage ones for emergency situations, and just ensuring that your resource management, as well as like, you know, who your tanks are, who your fighters are. If a DPS gets out of position and starts taking a bunch of damage, like they're ruining your mana management essentially, right? So it's a little bit of dependency on like your party as well as your own rotation.
Yeah, it's a very reactive play style that I like. A lot of, you know, a lot of the time when you're playing DPS, it's like a lot of things are kind of predetermined with your rotation and all that. And obviously there's like reactive elements there that you're reacting to external variables and the encounters and such. But, you know, with clerics, there's generally not as much of a rotation. You're kind of responding every moment based on what's happening to your party.
Yeah, there's a lot of predictive opportunities as well, like making sure that you're in the right place at the right time.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's dismount and see what we got up here. These look like some skinwalkers. What are these skinwalkers? Trad, you want to talk to us a little bit about them?
These are just one of your basic fodder enemies. Like, you know, they're not too dangerous individually, but you know, in a pack they could be something to concern yourself with, so you don't want to pull too many at a time. But let's take them out and see what happens. Not too bad, not too bad.
Alright, we took some damage there. A little bit of damage there. That wasn't too bad. Let me actually, hold on, let me adjust the master volume real quick. Audio, you guys are going to see some outstanding UI work that's necessary. I'm just going to pull down this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so that's still got some UI work to do on the settings panel, but you get to see it in all of its work in progress glory. So they did do a little bit of damage to you. And talk to us a little bit about...
Okay. Yeah, I can still hear. Okay.
Oh, wow. Those guys actually got a little
Yes, everyone say hi to Flynn!
Must be those buffs on chains.
Oh, yeah. I didn't actually even get to cast chains.
Oh, man, work has gotten me all
You got to cast it, it just didn't do too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing too crazy.
So one thing we were trying to set up there that we'll, of course, get to see a little bit more showcased.
What characters do we have here?
Fighter, Cleric, Ranger.
Ranger, nice.
Class synergies. This particular one is where we demonstrate setting up a status effect called stagger.
They're going to show the day-night cycle too.
Oh, nice.
Don't kill him.
Oh, this is actually really cool.
Oh, actually, you won't see it on my screen, yeah, but basically it sets up.
Is this with all the new updates?
I don't know if this has the 5.1 Unity stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
As you see there, Steven followed up with chains that triggers a stun on any target under that effect already.
Now, up here, I believe, is an observation area where I am going to speed up time. Now, we talked a little bit about showcasing kind of night and day, and up here, if we make it past some of these, this is like a cemetery, right?
Looks to be that way.
Oh yeah, these dogs are these poor dogs. I feel terrible about them. Oh, there's some zombies up here.
Okay, we got it coming.
Ooh, they're starting to move towards me.
Though. You can kite these a little.
Oh my god! What the heck was that?
So much for kiting. Alright, get ready. See if you can drop a stun on them. Or is it on cooldown?
Nope, I got it.
Stun going.
Oh no, I accidentally canceled it. Oh god! Hold on, group heal. There we go. Okay, we're doing okay.
Yeah, as a fighter.
So, even though they have a sword, it's kind of like a hammer.
I got you.
But she's using the mace.
I got you.
Oh.
Well, that. Oh, you mean that skill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a specific skill.
Yeah, some of them popped out of the ground. Oh, I love the charge effect, and it looks like they're. Oh my God, a dog came.
I think we're hitting respawns. We need to keep moving.
Oh God.
Want to pull him up this way?
Yep. Now you notice my main heal actually can act as a damage if the enemy target is.
That's nice.
If the target is an enemy. And actually, that can generate, as a mechanic for the cleric, some convictions. Tell me a little bit about convictions, Trad.
Sure, yeah. Conviction is a class resource we came up with for the cleric specifically. Certain abilities will generate it based on certain criteria. And as Steven was saying there, you can either use it to heal an ally, or you can use it to do damage to an enemy and generate conviction, which will then help you in the future heal for more. So kind of what Keenan was saying about predictive play being an element, not just reactive. That would be one of the predictive aspects of the cleric, just kind of setting yourself up so that when, you know, things start looking a little rough, you know, you've kind of prepared that in advance by not healing as much early on and paying off later.
Now, at this point, I think players are for the first time seeing one of the moons of Vera.
Oh, yeah.
And there are a few moons,
look at those
actually,
clouds.
Vera.
I was gonna say,
I like how I point them out.
You guys are going to witness
those over
me
there.
speeding up time, because day and night cycles in Ashes of Creation are actually over the course of a few hours between those night cycles. So you're going to see the trees move all real rapidly, and you're going to see the sun drop rapidly, and then you're going to see the night sky begin to form. And we're going to try to identify some constellations if we can, because constellations in Ashes of Creation actually have a very relevant purpose across a whole host of different game systems, including on the narrative side, on mechanics like acquiring certain types of relics for your node, on empowering certain abilities and or items that you have access to. And it is, of course, relevant that I am playing as a Vec. Vec, as many of you may know, do worship and obviously study the stars. So let me see if I can go ahead and speed up that time. Stand by. There it goes. The trees. Yep. Look, I love it. It's kind of like Oh. Oh, and the moon changed positions. It's now dead up in up. And we see another one of the moons. Now, of course, as you guys may know, this is, of course, a work in progress, right? We're working towards our Alpha 2. So some of this stuff will likely change, especially on the art side. But I love what the new Skybox is doing. And I mean, it's just visually great.
Sorry, I love
ambience,
space.
of course, changes now to include a different nighttime feel to it. And the lighting actually in the night is not too bad. I mean, it gives you that kind of sense of darkness, but, you know, it's not inhibiting your ability to play the game. Now, we are trying to look, we need each of us to kind of look in the sky in certain directions to identify one of these constellations. And I think what we are looking for is what was once called a Bagormal, but now is called a dawn breaker, I believe. So try to look all around as you can in the night sky and identify the location of the Dawnbreaker. Where is the Dawnbreaker? I am not yet seeing it. Are any of you seeing it?
Shows up at certain times, kind of like how constellations are rotating.
Not fun, then.
Can we not find the Dawnbreaker?
Seasons.
Maybe we'll find another one of them.
I see a couple constellations, but I don't know if it's...
Where is it? Hold on.
There's one kind of right there.
Oh, there we go!
Oh, hey.
We found the Dawnbreaker!
Oh, that's cool.
Do you guys... Oh, it's right next to the destroyed moon.
Oh, that'll help.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good. I love it. Now that's... Oh, it went away. Sad. Sag. Now there is supposedly another constellation that is deeper into the cemetery if we want to progress that way. What do you guys think?
Let's check it out.
Yeah, but wait, before we go, let me give us all just a group blessing.
The three of us. Sorry.
I've got a buff beforehand.
Let's do this.
I think that'll wear off long before we get to use it.
Oh, yes.
Gotta conserve your mana.
I know. Well, I'm trying.
So I'm assuming the blue is mana?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We gotta avoid the pulls, yeah.
Cool, you can see both mana.
I think I might have pulled one.
Numbers.
There's one coming over this direction.
Oh god, they're here.
Where? Where are
right
you?
Here, right here.
Ah, okay. You guys take care of
it. The zombies will never catch us.
Nice. We got that. Where are you at? There we go.
Yeah, it looks like we aggroed one. Here, let's just get this guy real quick.
Ooh, aggroed a lot more than one.
Oh god.
Oh my god!
Stay away!
Okay,
let's tread carefully around these parts, apparently.
Apparently the gameplay is going to be a longer showcase too.
Oh, is it? Yeah. How long is it going to be?
I have no idea.
Maybe I should take my staff out for this. Oh, you know, I haven't shown any active blocking yet. That's another thing I wanted to show you guys, is the active blocking. Are there creatures down here?
Yeah, there should be a pack down
of this corner map.
All right, let's take a look. What is this?
As maps go.
That's the graveyard.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh, it's a respawn point. A resurrection.
Different kind of graveyard.
Yeah. I love this environment and the fog.
The fog too.
Yeah. So.
Whoa! Behind you.
What is that? Oh my god.
Coming up.
Here.
Oh god.
I'll let you tank for a little bit.
All right.
Oh.
I have my active blocks up.
Oh boy.
There's a lot. Okay, he doesn't seem to be doing much damage to me, but of course it would normally consume stamina. Is that correct, Trent?
That depends. We're still kind of discussing our resource systems, but you know that is one thing that we could potentially explore.
Oh, don't stand in that.
Oh no, what do those do? I know Doug and Chong were working on these zombies.
Yeah.
Using some of our AI systems, right?
Poison.
Don't stand in the green fire.
Oh,
don't stand in the vomit.
Actually hurts a lot.
Let me see if I can generate some convictions. Oh, I have convictions. Oh, and now you can see because I have convictions, my cleansing wave actually bounced to an additional target.
Ooh.
That's pretty awesome.
All three of us that time.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is very nice. All right, let's keep moving forward. Did I hit all three of you guys? I have some. I notice I have some conviction buff on my life bar right now.
Yeah, you hit one additional target for each stack you have.
Oh my god, you guys are hearing my
we can't.
Steam, I think.
No, this is Alpha 1.
Apologies.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm recording from home.
Where's it?
Alright, here we go.
Bring it.
There we go. Let's see if I can generate some more conviction. It worked. Well, these zombies aren't too bad.
There's a little 2, I think 3. Okay.
So the more convictions that I generate, the more amplified the abilities become. Is that right?
That is correct.
Ooh.
And obviously, as you know, we create more and more abilities. There'll be more interactions. Right now, you know, you only see 4, but you know, the final kid will have way more than that going on.
Nice.
I'm gonna take
a lot more,
out.
Right?
And it's still like,
yeah.
We must show these beings the way of the light. Talk to us a little bit about the way of the light, actually. How does radiant energy and energy subtypes work with regards to damage and creatures?
Okay.
So basically we're going to have different damage types, and certain damage types will be strong or weak against certain enemy types, so you'll have to
I got the
be
staff out now.
somewhat, you know, smart about
I didn't see how this
who
works.
you're bringing where, or you know what kind of abilities or specs. You know, obviously you'll be able to do the content, but you'll have an easier time with certain contents, you know, if you're using a certain spec over others. So, you know, obviously we're going up against undead, and as is natural, they're probably going to be a little weaker against your holy magic than Keenan's nature element, for example.
Wow, Keenan, you gonna let him talk to you about your nature like that?
He's in the Riverlands.
Oh,
I do like that. I do like the...
So I'm assuming they may have like
when we
different
go up
types
against
of
the air elementals, maybe
graveyard.
Keenan's time will shine.
Oh, there you go. I like the actual different synergy between energy types and vulnerabilities of certain creatures.
There's actually a lot of mobs here.
So
yeah,
what
we should be
type
careful
of
before going
character,
forward.
like what?
We got things behind.
Oh, okay, let's grab some things behind. Whoa,
Cleric,
whoa!
Oh,
Did they add me because I'm a cleric? That was crazy. They kind of ran at me.
What about the fighter?
They might.
Best of
I think they were coming at me, and you were just in their way.
The elf.
Very interesting.
It's alright, we got this. Just have to move forward with caution.
Okay.
Alright, let's get these guys up here.
I should use them to generate some convictions, actually.
Oh yeah, my whole DPS. It's not in my. It's not in my.
Not in
program.
your nature. Oh no.
He's a pacifist.
I've got my DPS hat on.
Talk to us a little bit. Oh wait, are you gonna pull here?
So I think they're seeing us from over here, trying to trick us and lure us into this.
Oh
pack of
yeah.
wolves.
Oh no. Oh, they got you. They
My
tricked
bad. They found me somehow.
It's alright. Bigger pulls, more XP. All attention. Alright, I set them up for a stun. Nice.
Perfect.
Oh,
Now
wow.
talk to me a little bit about why that stun just happened.
I set it up with Whirlwind, and it applies the staggered effect, and Chains of Restraint will stun any targets under the staggered effect. So right now that's one particular synergy, but in the as the game continues to come together and you see more and more abilities, there will be all kinds of ways to set up that that outcome.
Oh, the great stuff!
The fire!
So,
but more zombies.
More. Yeah, a lot of.
I wonder if they're
essentially
aggroing based on
different
HP
combat
drop.
mechanics that
It might
work.
be. I'm also thinking with all these
between
things
the different
dropping, are they
archetypes and
picking up
classes.
anything?
I don't know, they haven't talked about that.
Oh, okay.
Rely on synergies in the progression of certain types
Like,
of status
I just wonder
effects, right?
That's correct.
And this, of course, emphasizes
so now they're
the
staggered.
need for certain party compositions to exist so that
So if they were
players can make
staggered,
sure
they'd
they
be like
utilize
stunned.
the strengths
That's
of their
nice.
different types of status conditions. And
Yeah.
So you can work
the
with your
example we're
team.
showing
Exactly,
here,
to
obviously,
help
is the progression
make it easier
of...
to take out targets.
Sorry. Is the progression of the staggered condition into the stunned. We might need to find a place to rest here.
Yeah, let's move forward. Up this way.
Maybe right like up here?
Let's hit the track of wolves.
We got one zombie coming in from behind.
That's alright, I'll take a bit.
You want to grab these wolves?
Yep.
Dagger into the...
And you'll see, because they're stunned,
Into
the
a hammer.
chains actually go
Nice.
through the body. That's kind of cool.
Teamwork.
What about right here? Can we rest here?
Let's move up the stairs a little bit, just so we don't catch a respawn on the wolves too.
Okay. Can we take a seat maybe up here? Right here?
Yeah.
Let's sit down.
Hopefully the zombies don't follow us too far.
I'm gonna take a seat.
I think we have aggro still.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
do
coming for us.
Are they? Oh no, okay. Alright.
Oh! He's really lonely. Needs all the hugs in the world.
Take a break after we get these guys down.
Oh, now he's sad. Wham wham. Oh, sleeping.
Last wave, I promise.
Oh. Apologies.
Can't use my abilities.
Oh, no.
So I guess
a bit higher level, I can help you
like
regenerate
encounters you need to
Yeah,
do
one thing we
kind
should
of
be
a
doing
rest
is
like
focus
it is
firing these
D&D
guys.
or
not
one
so much.
aspect of the zombies is
It depends on like I guess how
more
much
health
mana you're
regen than
using
your
or like how
standard
much
mob.
damage you take.
Okay.
So
Where it looks like the ranger's out of
one
mana.
good strategy against them is to burst them down.
Let's rest right up here.
Well,
just
careful.
before we go.
Yep, there's some
Oh.
mobs right up there. Right here. Right here.
I'm
Good.
gonna right
I'm
here.
just gonna rest. Oh, there we go. This has been a frightful journey, actually.
Yeah.
So cool seeing them.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, you can see Keenan's mana was a little low there, and so as you know, a classic MMO thing to do is to sit and rest as you get your resources back.
Now, what if you have certain
That's
types of
enough.
items that you could
Oh,
use,
oh,
like
maybe they're enough.
campfire
Yeah.
or some
I
type
guess so.
of,
I don't remember.
you know, bedding or something? That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be cool. I like the subtle fog that's just flowing through. It's
The rain is nice.
Yeah, the rain is nice. I like the sound. Look at those old lampposts. I
That's the
think
one,
that's
I'm
been in the
sorry.
game since 2017. Although it looks like the materials might have gotten
Here's margarita.
updated. All right.
I'm feeling
ready.
refreshed.
Should we?
All right, so we got a group right ahead of us here.
Leroy! Oh god. No. Not like this. Oh no, you're dead.
Gotta come in.
You are going to die. There is nothing I can do for you. Oh my god.
Focus the scholars.
There's
is on
more of
the
them.
The scholars first.
Why is there so many?
That's all right.
There's a
3
trap
down.
guard.
Skinwalker.
All right,
No,
drop
this
stun.
this in the back. Oh, stun. I can't. It's on cooldown.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
There's
here
Cheetos
comes-
back here
oh
too.
my god, there's dogs.
Ambush.
Yes.
Houston.
Zombie ambush.
Houston.
They're working together.
Oh, I almost got stuck in between all of them too. That was terrible.
Boom.
Hey, we actually handled that not too bad.
We got it.
That was close.
All right. I think we want to go this way, right?
Yeah, I'm super slow though. They put some type of plague debuff on me.
Last time we got lost in here, it was a rough time.
Now, remember, we're looking for a particular type of constellation. I believe the ancient scholars of the Vec refer to it as the Great Sundal. Whoops, I totally misfired that.
Rip.
Nobody look. Nobody look. Oh, these zombies look great though. Keenan, I have to say you are doing a great job with the Ranger. Well done.
Carrying
thank
the
you.
group.
Yeah, you are carrying us. Where are we headed?
I'm just running, man.
This is like a giant complex of undead. Speaking of undead, this is the first time I think we've ever shown undead in Ashes.
Oh, this makes me want to play it.
In fact, these particular undead are a result, I believe, for those of you who were watching the live stream of the Wreckage of Carfin, the event that occurred there just before the exodus from Vera all those years ago. Now, where are we? Oh, got another Skinwalker.
This is an ominous passageway. I don't trust it.
I like it. I also love the light effect that it has on my... What is the name of this set? This is like the Vindictus, is it? You guys know?
Man.
Oh, that armor set?
Yeah. You know, we probably have already shown it on the stream. So all of you... Well, we will show you. But I believe it's the Imperius Vindictus or something along those lines.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's
a very
very
Latin sounding name, whatever it is.
Thank you.
Latin? What is
Latin?
Latin? This is Vera.
Can I give you this to take back from? No, I have a ginger
my
round.
God. Keenan, I think you just summoned those with your
No, there's two in there. There's still one in there.
They felt the nature.
Alright. Generate some more convictions here. I murdered it.
What did I miss? I heard you laughing really good.
A little bit. Oh, was that you doing that damage? I thought that was all
He
me.
ran in, and like there was like three
Definitely me.
like zombie scholars in the back, and as he ran in, zombies popped up as he was running. Like,
That's true. That is the primary role and responsibility of your archetype. Keep me safe. I like how they kind of pounce at you. That's their opening attack?
Yeah.
So.
I was just going for the hook.
You see now the effect has staggered applied instead of stun. Because I did not use it at the right time with my
Now
fighter.
would this area be considered a dungeon?
I don't know.
Alright, we're coming up across a bridge it looks like.
Should we rest? Maybe
Yes.
risky with the
Yeah, that's
respawns.
a good idea.
If we rest,
a
we
lot
should
of people.
probably move off to the side over here.
Where?
Want to take a seat by the little
Keenan's
river
like,
over
nope, I'm gonna rest right in the middle of the road.
Gotta get those ticks.
Sit by the river.
Just piece on
It's a
more.
nice little spot.
Yeah, that's a nice spot.
I can tell because they twist their.
I don't trust the water.
Why?
Said
Nothing
Byron
bad
Rain.
happens in the water. It's just
No.
the depths. Think of all the secrets that the depths contain.
Perfectly safe dark rivers in fantasy games.
A zombie's totally not going to jump out of there in real life.
Out of the water?
No, that would never happen.
Now remember, for those of you who are watching during the Extra Life event, the Tower of Carfin actually rests upon a river. And some of the energies that were created when Lamont actually did the... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, they're shooting like necrotic bolts at you.
Oh, I didn't trust the river.
Necrotic bolts.
Oh god, there's so many.
There's a lot.
I'm on the lamppost.
Alright. Make sure you stay over near me. Where are you, Ted?
I'm still down here on the beach. Here I am.
I got you. Here we go. We should probably get up onto this bridge.
Yeah. I'm just trying to finish off this zombie first.
I'm on the bridge.
He's gonna regen. Alright, he's down.
Hey, that got messy.
These two guys.
Okay.
But as I was saying, the Tower of Carfin event, that actually trickled out through the Riverlands because of the rivers. And the undead began to form around these rivers. But you'll learn more about that during the story.
I like the lore.
Ooh. That's a nice little,
stun these scholars real quick. Oh, they're dead. Never mind.
Got him.
Picking them off.
Ranger's doing work.
Let's go up to
Ooh,
the side.
Pumping.
Good golem.
What is up there?
Oh, that looks like something different.
It's some type of little golem. Oh God!
So,
No.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
This guy's not that bad.
I'm stunned.
Oh, he stunned me!
Oh,
Put a big boy!
What was
Oh my god,
this?
Ranger, get out of the way!
Get out of here.
Alright, we got more company.
That guy was
They're
weak.
lagging behind a little bit.
Cannot challenge me. Walk in the light. Okay, they're challenging me slightly. We did it. We've done it.
I like some of the rainbow light.
So the active block actually works with any weapon equipped, is that correct? Except for ranged? Oops. Chad, you there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could active block. One thing that we're kind of toying around with the idea of is giving everybody a universal active block mechanic.
I think it was a target
in
select.
Which case, you know, the shield version would probably
Because
be
you have
better,
the
but
targets
you'd
up
still
top
be
here.
able to parry or whatnot with a two-handed weapon, or even maybe dual wield.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We need to find this Sandal. It's supposed to be kind of up near. Wait, maybe we need to go back a little bit.
We got respawn.
No, respawn? Hold on, let's go over this way. I remember I was told that it was before this bridge.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's just run through if we can. I want to try to find the Sandal. Just keep on moving. Oh, don't die. Okay. Hold on. We're good.
Oh god.
Are you surviving? Yeah. I think so.
I mean, we'll be fine except for the wolves.
I set my speed a little bit higher.
Cheater.
Oh no. Okay. What's happening?
It's definitely a cleric buff, right?
Yes, exactly. Here, actually,
buff provided by the ranger.
See that? And all right, I like my seat.
All right, we can take these guys. Zombies are way behind.
All right, I'm ready. Easy peasy.
I was able to not destroy them this time.
Thank you.
It's like when you high for the first
They're never
time.
ending.
You know?
Keep running.
Yeah.
For the first piece of lasagna, you always destroy the first
Up
piece.
these stairs?
Yeah, up these stairs. Okay, up. Good. We're up here. Hold on. I might need some help up here, though. Let me see if it's ever... Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure we can find the sandal. Maybe he meant before the bridge, like before the bridge into the cemetery.
Maybe.
Oh, I made it on top of the, the light post, actually. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now this is tranquil. Like a true cleric. Don't die, I'm not with you guys, by the way. Wait, nope.
They can hit you.
I don't even know where you went. Yeah, we lost our healer, we're screwed.
No, we're good. You guys just come out the front.
Oh, I see you down there.
We can't end the stream unless I find the sandal.
Jump down, Keenan.
Oh, God.
He's getting swarmed.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting swarmed.
Oh, jeez.
I'll save you.
Here. It's the least I can do.
Oh, shoot, I'm owned.
And the zombies are doing.
Oh, no, keep going.
Just outrun the zombies.
It's definitely at the entrance.
Don't stop.
Guys, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry, stream. I'm so sorry. I can't not show the sandal. I totally messed up. Now you know, we don't cut these or edit them. They're just...
They are what they are.
This is such a typical MMO adventure. It's like getting lost in a dungeon area.
Healer body pulls.
Alright.
They said dungeon area.
There we go. We're good. I think so. Oh, okay, we made it out here. I can see the stars again. So you guys can see that there are certain environments that will just prevent you from being able to look up into the sky for some of these constellations. All right, now we're looking towards... Oh, wait, we're supposed to look towards that moon. Oh! I found it! We found the sandal! There it is! Yes! Are you dying? Don't die. And there is the sandal, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope that you all have enjoyed this sneak peek at one of the areas in the Riverlands. And also some of the updates to the... Yeah, let's take a seat. And also some of the updates to the cleric, as well as you can see there's some UI here between the icons and the minimap, as well as the targeting and party UI that we'd love your guys' feedback on. You also got to hear a little bit about the night and day cycle, see some of the updates to the mace and shield as well as the staff, and also learn a little bit more about undead and the energy types that occur and synergies especially between certain types of status conditions and effects that might exist in Ashes of Creations. With all of that being said, I would love to hear your guys' feedback on what you saw today. Make sure you guys go and visit the forums, our Twitter, our Reddit, comment in the YouTube videos. Give us what your thoughts are about what you saw today. As always, remember, this is a work in progress. We are working towards Alpha 2, but you get to see a little bit every step of the way each month. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Trad, Keenan, thank you for joining us. That was super fun, and I'm surprised we actually didn't die.
It's like looping.
Same. It was fun. We did.
Thanks for having us.
I was also there was some red dots here, but now they're gone.
I think that's enemies.
Yeah, but there was enemies right around them and they weren't red dots.
I think when they're aggro.
Oh.
Well, hopefully you all enjoyed that.
We found the send-all!
Who else was checking their Steam updates when they heard the notification?
I remembered that happened when we were recording it, and then when it happened on the stream, I looked on my computer and I was like, I don't have Steam installed on this computer. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
But of course, I did grab a bunch of questions, and I believe
everyone got pizza and ashes
here as well, because they're doing a watch party as well. And
nice.
I always keep an eye on Discord. I always keep an eye on Twitch, so there's a mix of them in there. But first, I wanted to address that. Obviously, I think we prefaced this, and even Steven said it in the video.
Even Steven.
Well, even Steven. That this is a work in progress. So things like the cape clipping, running animations, bloom, loot, nameplates, all those things are work in progress. So I want to reiterate that and your concerns right off the bat in regards to that. And also the camera angle. Steven likes a really wide camera angle. You can zoom in if that's the POV you prefer. I saw a lot of people being like, I don't like this POV. And he was zooming in, showing that.
I am a big fan.
Thank you for the hydrate, Nordic.
Also, another point is this is keeping in context. This is level 14, level 15 gameplay. That's one thing, and I did note a couple things, and these are the reasons why, of course, we present you guys with these monthly updates. Is because we want your feedback on things like I saw a lot of commentary about the nighttime and how dark exactly nighttime should be. Now, of course, darkness when it comes to night-day cycles in games accommodates different types of games, different genres, different mechanics. In more survival-oriented games, you're expected to have really dark night times because you utilize instruments like torches and lights that can be present. But when you think about an MMORPG and you think about the types of player numbers and player count you're expected to have in certain locations and dungeons, right? You need to be able to accommodate those types of visibility lines and those mechanics around that large multiplayer environment. So when you guys are giving feedback, think about whether or not you want the outside nighttime to really be very dark, or if you want that to be reserved for specific locations in the game, like certain dungeons and towers where we can utilize mechanics like different types of lighting mechanisms in order to facilitate that more dark feel. Another thing that I saw was questions regarding the sit emote. So this is something that design has gone back and forth on over the course of the last year or so, with regards to whether or not we should have a sit function that actually increases the mana regen or not. Now, obviously, that's a throwback to more classic days of MMORPG gameplay, but leave your comments on that thought about that as well. And then one thing I just want to note is I traditionally play or have played a tank. Not usually. I mean, I played like a tank healer a lot of times. So that's why you saw That's why you saw me pulling a lot. And I apologize for that. I noticed somebody said that I need to have a child safety leash on me as the healer. I was laughing so hard.
People were like, Steven's that guy who is like body pulling as a cleric because they're like bored, and then they pull all the mobs, and you're like, I can't handle this, and then we all die.
So it was so great. That was great.
All right. Is it okay if I grab some extra questions here and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing is this will be up on YouTube right after the stream, so you can go watch it in its higher quality setting on YouTube. Obviously on stream, you know, we there's a little bit of a quality difference there for the stream, but yeah.
For sure. We can only upload or we can only have so high of bit rate. They like cap us. So sorry about that. But of course, the next one here that I wanted to talk about that was more of a general thing was from Kern Saifi 123, and they were asking, will you be using 5.1?
Yes, actually, we are moving over to 5.1. That should be complete in January.
And then moving on, we're going to talk about a few cleric questions, and you already answered one of them that was on this list. So first, can you explain a little bit more about the staggering and how status effects stagger and stun and that whole interaction works?
I can. I need to plug my headset in because it's dying. Apologies. Yes. Good. So staggering is a type of status condition that can be applied through certain skills. And the type of synergy systems we're going for is that certain archetypes and class kits will have access to a number of what we call first tier status conditions. Those types of status conditions are general status conditions that can be applied across a host of skills and a number of different archetypes and class kits, and they can progress when synergized with other types of status conditions or abilities to tier 2 level status effects. And so, for example, you saw that one of the abilities that the cleric has at level 15 is the chains of restraint. And when the chains of restraint lays down that AoE, of course, it ticks for damage over time, but it also applies the stagger condition. However, if the target was already subject to the staggered condition, then it gets promoted to a stunned condition. Now, the difference between staggered and stun, in a staggered state, the creature may not use abilities. They can do basic attack functions. They could cast spells if they had access to spells, but their physical abilities would be muted or would be essentially inaccessible during the staggered effect. Now, a stun condition obviously is a more amplified status condition where you cannot take any actions. And so the fighter's ability, Whirlwind, had a staggered application available to it. So when the cleric chooses to use its chains of restraint ability, if they use it after the fighter applies their staggered condition, then the change will force a stun effect.
All right, and then folks are wondering, will those stuns work on all enemy types, or will there be ones that will be specific to certain types of animal or creatures? I said animals.
Generally, status conditions will apply to all creature and player types. There are, of course, some creatures such as bosses and or raid bosses that have very high resistances or cannot be affected by certain status conditions. In that case, obviously, those status effects will not apply, but the rest of the skills ability will, like the damage.
And a follow-up to that, will those things stack? So if I'm, a fighter and I put certain effect on something and someone else is also a fighter and puts that effect on, do those things now stack?
It depends. There's unique rules with regards to stacking based on the type of status condition. So in the event that the status condition may not stack, we have certain stacking rules that might increase the longevity of the status condition with the second application. But it's important to note that we do have the concept of diminishing returns, and that certain types of status conditions share certain diminishing return groupings, so that obviously a character can't be like stun locked or silence locked or just a particular type of status condition lock.
All right. And then Dale Splight would like to know, can you cast in movement or do you have to stand still? And I saw quite a few people mentioning this.
most abilities you'll find in Ashes of Creation are capable of being cast while moving. Some of those abilities might slow your movement during the cast, but you can continue to move. Very rarely, and depending on obviously the importance of the ability or the power level of that ability, you might be rooted in place. So for example, the AoE ability has a lot going on. It has damage ticking over time. It is an area of effect. It also has a status condition application. And in those instances, the player character gets rooted.
And I saw quite a few folks asking this, but Falcon Swiftblade asked, is Steven using mouse overcasting? Can we hover over players also? So what are the ways that I can interact UI-wise in order to heal as a healer?
Absolutely. So one of the big goals of our UI team is to, and our design team is to accommodate a whole host of different types of user options that they're capable of setting, because we all have different play styles. And in that regard, those include things like hover overcasting, double tap application of AoE effects on cursor, location, just a lot of different options because people like to play different ways.
Yeah, you can set those things up in your key bindings and setups, correct? Well, eventually. And then the other thing that people were asking is, can you heal enemy mobs? That was a frequent thing I saw.
Yeah, you cannot heal enemy mobs. There's just really not a relevant use case for that when it comes to the design mechanics of such a thing, other than its primary use, which would be to grief other players. I have a funny story. Okay. In Lineage 2, I used to play a zombie. I used to play a zombie. I used to play sort of a zombie. I used to play a bishop, and the bishop had an ability called Restore Life, and we had an enemy alliance that we had fought for many years. It was a very two-sided server, and there was a particular raid boss called Antheris that actually took hours sometimes to complete. And I managed to get into the area, and right when they have been fighting that boss for about 4 hours, I made it close enough to cast Restore Life on the Antheris boss, and I put it back to 70% of its health. And they had to keep fighting.
The griefing. Grief Lord.
So, but you know what? They did it to us first. But regardless, it's just that type of mechanic just doesn't really, make sense.
Don't put your fork at us. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, I have a fork. I don't know. I was playing with something. Lunch just got here.
But yeah, I think there were definitely people who didn't like it, and some people who did want it. So I just wanted to clarify to folks. And then the next thing is Trindamir would like to know whether you'd be able to heal yourself as like other archetypes, like a paladin or something of that sort, or class types.
Yeah, I mean, it depends obviously on the secondary class selection. No one is going to fill the role of a primary healer other than the healer archetype. But there will be secondary class options that you can select, which will provide you with some level of sustainability and or restoration. Most of that will be centralized to yourself, especially in the case of a paladin.
And then, of course, Blue Wheel would like to know if we'll see more nameplates and health bars in order, like in the world, in the 3D world.
I chose the option during this recording to remove player character nameplates. I find it, for my personal preference, that it's a bit more cinematic when it comes to immersion in the world. Now, obviously, to that question, yes, there's going to be plenty of options when it comes to showcasing player nameplates. You can resize all the UI elements that you see on screen here. I forgot to kind of show that. That's my bad. But you can also select party nameplate, raid nameplate, specialization, showing the hit point bar under the nameplate. There's going to be a whole host of options that players have access to from a UI perspective.
And then Ziozara would like to know if there will be special area buffs that you can use as a support. For example, in certain dungeons, like you have to buff everybody up and it'll last for that dungeon, things of that sort.
Oh yeah, we haven't even shown the Bard archetype yet, but it along with other classes will have certain types of self buffs and party buffs. Obviously, at level 14, 15, that's not going to be too much that's available there. There will be a number of them, but not as much as obviously level 50, where our maximum buff bar allotment, I think, is somewhere around like 20 some odd buffs that can be on a particular character at one time. That includes things like songs, stories, and dances from the bard. But yeah.
Get ready for raid buffs. Meet up for the raid buffs at X time. Of course, Pwog would like to know, is there a shield charge? Like a charge up for the shield?
A shield charge.
Yeah.
Thank you. You actually reminded me of something else I noted down. I saw a lot of commentary around stamina. That is an active design discussion with how we're going to have certain universal abilities such as dodge and active blocking utilize a separate energy mechanic. If you guys have thoughts on stamina usage, it is something that we are going to be actively testing as part of Alpha 2. Make sure you guys leave commentary on what you've liked about stamina in the past with other games and what you've disliked about it.
And then Vintali wants to know, it seems like the enemy health and difficulty that was seen, or that they've seen so far in all of our dev updates, seems a little easy. They were wondering if we are going to be kind of working out the balancing for these encounters.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said as a trio, they would expect it to be a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, something to keep in mind is that Alpha 2 is not really intended to be especially what you're seeing at this stage right now before Alpha 2 is not meant to showcase kind of balancing from an engagement or encounter perspective. Obviously, we do a finger in the wind kind of balance pass, but a lot of that stuff from our encounters team doesn't get done until populations are kind of in place and those encounter designs get a little bit more time to bake. So stand by on that for Alpha 2 as we get a little bit deeper into the testing to get touched up. But just to give you context, the intent is that Ashes of Creation will be on the higher side of difficulty when it comes to engagements.
Right. And before I get into day-night cycle questions, this last one is from Ansaboy, and they want to know, are some abilities going to have voiceovers when casting, like grunts and things of that sort?
Yeah, like incantations and stuff. That's the desire. Kat has done a phenomenal job so far with the sound design. As I saw a lot of commentary about it during the video and the previous videos. Some of the casting abilities will have incantations that are done, but we have not had the ability to implement that yet.
All right. And then moving on to day-night stuff. We had Radgal who wants to know, is the day-night cycle tied to server time?
The day-night cycle is tied to server time. Yes, so there is a number of hours that exist between each of the cycles. That's something that we'll be fine-tuning, of course, during Alpha 2 as well. But it is intended for players to kind of interact with certain systems even based on in-game time as well. So, yeah.
And then Gnome Berserker would like to know, are there going to be different light levels tied to time of day / environment or moons, etc.? So I guess like different, I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that, but potentially different sky levels, maybe in different areas.
Generally you can see here that the lighting levels are pretty consistent. That is from a game mechanic perspective. Of course, the visual setting changes. The type of lighting you're seeing here changes based on night and day. And that's, I think, related to the first thing I brought up, which is what we want commentary back on is, what is the level of luminosity that's desired when it comes to MMORPG open world gameplay. Not talking about specific points of interest like dungeons and or towers, locations where we can restrict that level lighting to something a bit darker, but the general open world outside experience, that's something where it's possible for a lot of players to kind of converge in a particular location. It would be really odd if the night cycle included a significant decrease in visibility and you're running into those types of environments. That's something a bit more reminiscent of
yeah, I saw that when I went to do
survival styled
my referral code,
so
just to make a
commentary
timer
on
for that when I'm
about that, what you,
if I'm watching the live
want
streams.
to see in Ashes of Creation or see differently between those types of settings.
And then Balanzon of fans would like to know, do constellations rise and set, and do those times rotate?
Yes. So constellations, as you could see with the sky, some of those moons being in different positions, they do rotate and change throughout the night. That is the intent for them. And of course, they have wide application across a number of systems that are relevant, including story and narrative, and the acquisition of certain types of things in the game.
And then Drew Guy wants to know, does nighttime boost power of undead?
Certain creatures will react differently. Certain spawns will react differently during night times and different day-night cycles. Those might also influence things like abilities and or buffs / debuffs / vulnerabilities. You'll have to find out based on the type of creature you're experiencing.
All right. And there's a lot of questions. I know we could sit here and answer a million, but those are the ones that I saw most frequently and that we've gathered for this time frame. We know that if you have follow-up questions, you know where to find us. But of course, we do have 2 threads.
Something I wonder about, like an in-game bestiary. The way he's talking about learning about things, I wonder if there's going to be a central, like, bestiary that as you kill specific types of creatures, you learn
There's little prompts,
more
but you
about
don't have to
them.
necessarily follow those. You can just give us all your thoughts on those. We'll be consolidating feedback reports on those. I think the due date on there is listed as well. So please get your feedback in as quickly as possible. That's super handy for us so that we can then relay that back to the developers and make sure that, we're incorporating and thinking about those things as we move forward. And usually we find that we're on the same page as y'all. So that's reassuring.
By the way, I just want to do a little call out to Mike Vecchio.
Oh yeah, Mike Vecchio is awesome.
He made this really cool
troll.
No, it's a troll sitting on top of a particular type of skull in celebration of the cemetery and undead video today, and it has this little guy for Christmas and his cute little hat, the joyous artillery sitting on a cyclops skull.
All he needs is some fireworks.
Great. This thing is so cool. I love it.
That is sick.
I
want one.
I know.
But of course we have more. There's more. So we're gonna go through the character stuff. Obviously you guys have seen this before. This is a little updated version of the 2-handed staff and the 1-handed shield and mace. But we also have another version of this. So you can kind of see. You saw this also in the game with Steven's character. He was holding on to these and utilizing them.
Yeah, and these obviously you can see by the quality of these types of weapons, these are relatively lower level. These are some of the earliest types of weapons and or gear that you can acquire within Ashes of Creation. But they look oh so cool.
Yeah. They do look really good.
And then we've got, we showed you the bandit slaver. Now we got a little goblin slaver. So this is kind of the work in progress. This is the model. And then, bam. Looks awesome.
So let me tell you a little bit of history / context for this particular goblin slaver. One of the starting areas in Ashes of Creation is the old Aelin capital city, which I believe we started in our campaign for Extra Life this last month. But as players kind of return, you have to be careful because certain types of in-world settings based on story progression of certain story arcs might result in some of these slavers coming in around that starting area. And these slavers have a particular type of interaction mechanic where instead of killing the player, they can subdue the player, drag them to a cage, and then there's a little mini game trying to get out of the cage, or other players can try to get you out of their cage, right? Because they're capturing you to try to take you off to be, slaves. So what do you guys feel about those types of mechanics that are unique, where the monsters can take you and pull you into a cage? But that's what these guys do. They're set up to do in the starting area.
That's cool.
Give us your feedback on that too.
Yes. And you saw them in game, but the zombie shamblers, and I think we've shown them off before too, but little updates to them. Looking pretty fab.
Yeah, you guys saw that in the video. This is a zombie scholar. I believe, was it Jinsey that worked on this one? I think
Jinsey worked on this. Yes, scholar, not a shambler. Sorry.
Yes, this one's a scholar. He throws little necrotic bolts at you from a ranged distance.
Looks like he would shoot lasers at you, like flame
His
lasers.
eyes?
Yeah. And then
and Chong and Doug set this up on the design encounter side that you guys saw in the video. They did a great job with him.
the winter nith, which I think some of y'all. This is OG, so if you're somebody who has access to this bad boy.
Yes, that was an old one. When was that?
I think it was a long time ago. And then also, Stephen, I think there was one time where you're like, they used the winter nith's tears to do something. I can't remember what it was, but
that's how we create our. I thought it was. We said that was like the equivalent of gunpowder, or for the.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was
the tears of the nymph or the nymph. Wait, what is it? Nymph?
No. I don't know how. It's NYTH. Nith. You guys made it. I don't know.
What did I say? I said nymph.
It was before my times. And then this one's super duper
and just real quick, what I would
ahead.
love for the NIF to have, if possible, on the animation side.
Okay,
is
animators.
Those goats, yes, animators. The goats that when you scare them, their legs lock up and they fall over. If that was just a just a little animation that this guy did, that'd be great.
Those ones are so funny. And then we also have this one that looks so cool, the cultist. Do you want to give a little lore to about the cultist?
Sure, yeah.
And show off all the MP3s or MP4s.
Absolutely. So you'll notice that this guy has a particular type of tattoo on his back. You'll see that these are obviously some type of human. Now, where did these cultists come from, right? Because the ancients have been on Vera for a long time, prior to your return. Excuse me. And it's important to note that players who are starting in the world of Vera, they're coming in actually a few short months after the very first expeditionaries were sent through the Divine Gateways when they opened from Sanctus. And the early days on Vera with the return were not super easy. They were difficult. There were struggles with the food supplies. There were a little bit of mutinies that occurred. There were certain artifacts that were found by some of these NPCs that were your predecessors in the return. And some of them decided that they would be better off on their own, or that they had a more powerful thing or creature that they could follow and be rewarded from. And some of them turned into cultists, and that's one of the cultists you see here. There's going to be some storylines you're going to have to investigate on that front.
Yeah, they look pretty awesome. And with that, do we have time to do some Q&A from the forums, Stephen?
But of course. What time is it?
Oh, it is 12:20.
I have a hard cutoff at 12:30. If we can.
I think we can get through them.
Let's do some. I'll try
as many as we can.
Rapid response.
I don't think you could do that.
I will try. I did a bunch of. I was kind of rapid about the questions after the video.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay, we have Tyranthraxis over on the forums asked about lore. Are there any details about the 2B Varen gods' influence in our gameplay that you can share with or hint at?
I really wouldn't want to do that, because the stories that Scott and Wynn and Jeremy and Amy and everyone and Tony are putting together are pretty compelling. They're pretty cool and rich, and I wouldn't want to ruin that. So I'll stay away from that. But I will give you context. The gods are an active part of the story, and each of the cultures kind of have their own interpretation of the whims and desires and focuses of the gods. So
awesome. Yeah, we tried, man. We were trying to get more stuff out of him. I know y'all want to know more lore about the gods.
They really don't want to.
I know.
They want to, but they don't want me to tell them. They want to play it. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, this isn't really what you want. Nova Chrono wants to know about large-scale combat. Have you given any thought towards adding debuff protection, such as having immunity to stuns for some seconds after having been stunned during a siege battle? And there was actually some questions regarding this beyond just sieges.
So just to be clear, what you're talking about is really called diminishing returns. And when it comes to status conditions, the ability to apply certain passive resistance to status conditions, if you've suffered from a status condition of a particular type, you get an increased resistance against those, and that scales. So if by chance you do get stunned maybe a couple of times, excuse me, it would be near impossible to stun you for a third or fourth time, right? And then you get to save that higher resistance for some period of time. And that just makes the gameplay more compelling. We've all played games where you can get stun locked, and that is a really bad feeling. And it's not even fun for the person who's doing the stun lock. It might be, it's just not a good, compelling type of gameplay. So in order to kind of avoid that, and to accommodate a massively multiplayer setting, you have to utilize things like diminishing returns that can increase your resistances when you suffer those types of effects.
All right, cool. And then our next one is from Drunk Ninja asking about naval content. Will there be a way to produce enough experience for a node for those who want to spend the majority of their time on the open seas?
I'm so sorry. You have to repeat the first part of that because I was watching some of the trolls in chat saying it's incredibly fun. It's hilariously fun to stun lock an opponent.
Yeah, they're like, don't lie. We love it. It's fun to do it to somebody. It's not fun to be the person who's like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything because I'm stun locked.
If you have fun stun locking another player and then watching them die and being able to do nothing in response, you are not the right type of player. You want to have meaningful engagement and fun back and forth and skill that's utilized to win an engagement, not just lock down an enemy because of bad game design.
All right, the question is, to reiterate, will there be a way to produce enough experience for a node for those who want to spend the majority of their time on the open seas? So really the question here is like, can I spend most of my time on the open seas and still help my node out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, the open seas have a good amount of content, and that content, when completed, will give its contribution to a nearby node. And that is something that people who live on the sea, or desire to live on the sea, will be able to contribute in a way.
All right, and Doliam wants to know about taverns. What benefits do players receive for taking on the role of a tavern owner?
One, you will get noticeability with regards to your creations, because that will be displayed to the characters that consume those things. But in addition, you can get certain types of itemization rewards depending on the number of patrons that you serve. You can also reap economic rewards such as gold from the inn that you are selling your goods at. And then you can unlock access to certain types of recipes and or vendors based on the level of reputation you build up in that particular node.
People in chat are like, clout, free booze, tips.
Free booze. Nice.
Church Place wants to know about gameplay development, which is an interesting one. Which game systems do you think present the biggest challenge to the Intrepid team in regards to construction, testing, implementation, and balance?
I guess it depends on the type of challenge we're talking about. From a feasibility standpoint, I think one of the challenges that is always going to accompany any multiplayer game development is going to be optimization around network layers and the ability to host a large number of concurrent multiplayers in a particular environment. That's always going to be something that any studio who's endeavoring to create a large multiplayer experience will need to focus on, and it's a challenging one. It is a difficult thing to accommodate,
especially if you want a world where you're not doing instances.
So, right. Yeah. Especially in an open world. Right. That is absolutely true. Thank you. And then obviously, when you're talking about MMORPG development, in order to create a compelling environment and to create a compelling world, you really have to have a lot of content. And that comes in the form of our large class selection, the ability creation pipeline, all the creatures that need to be created, the NPCs, they all have abilities that need to be done. And our pipelines, there are different choke points that occur. Whether you're talking about a particular ability variability when it comes from the ideation phase into the GDD, into the functional design pass, to the animation and the iteration of the animations, and then finally moves on to VFX and sound design. There's a lot that needs to be done from a content generation perspective. And I'm just not talking about like storylines and quests and narrative. I'm talking about everything that you're seeing, from the armor sets to the creatures, to the abilities, to the visual effects, to the animations, to the world, to the foliage. There's a lot of stuff that has to get done to create a compelling and immersive environment in a game like Ashes of Creation. And especially in a way that we're doing it from a transparent development process where people get to see these things in their very work in progress states. So content creation is always something that's going to be difficult when it comes to MMORPGs. I would say those are probably the two biggest challenges that any development faces.
Yeah. It's very interesting to be in a development phase where you're still working on creating things and you're showcasing it at the same time.
Right. It's kind of fun. I like it.
It has its good things and its bad things in regards to that, but it is kind of cool to share that along with you guys and also get your feedback in the process. Our next question here is from Jalon, and he wants to know about player death loot tables. Given that you drop processed goods when you die, and alchemy and cooking are now in the processing category, does that mean when you die you drop food, potions, beverages, etc.?
Good question. As a point of clarity, no, you don't. You do not drop those. So when the things that you drop are the things that are materials and gatherables that are used in the generation of something else. Because alchemy, because cooking has reached its final stage product, that is an item that's protected within your inventory. So food, dishes, and those types of buff items, the potions, those do not drop on death.
And for our final question, to wrap things up, we have Wardens in the Wild cosmetics will be swapping over on December 14th at 11 a.m. Pacific. So if you're interested in those, check them out over there. Reminder that those are all really cool creatures and things that you'll see in the world. That's what they're for, is for our development team to design and utilize them. And
all right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out.
Stephen,
it's been fun. I'll be back probably later this evening playing some more games. But see y'all around. Let's find someone to raid.
around. I have no idea where she went.